This episode of All Wings Considered is brought to you by games. Sometimes the only winning move is to buy more games. Now, here's Ben and Jason.
Hey everybody, welcome to another exciting episode of All Wings Considered. I always say that, but they're always incredibly thrilling. So
every time is fantastic.
Yes.
Right? We just the moment before this started was fantastic.
You guys, we were talking about grammar and eating spicy chicken.
That's right.
Just a hell of a night.
It's
not
been a hell of a
here
show so far. Before the pre-show was pretty crazy compared to the real show. Yes, yeah. No, the heat is finally, I think, removed. I was not as insane as you were, but yes, one was enough for me. And yes, now it's time to start the show, though.
Yes, we got spicy Korean chicken, Korean, right?
Yes, I believe so.
For dinner, and
well, we got
it really goes through you.
Let's just say that we got a mix, but you were bold. I'm not sure if the brave is the right word, because bravery is not really what I would involve in.
I think my bravery is in any question.
I'm not going to agree with that, as I had one and it was insanely hot, and we feel like perhaps the person on the fryer tonight may not have known the normal spice level.
All right, good introduction.
Anyway, that's enough of that. Yes. So, what's happening? What's going on?
Well, tonight we've got Privateer, and more Privateer.
Are you saying we're grinding?
We're grinding. No, we've been trying to earn that Orion, and we're
halfway
there. So we're gonna work on that Orion tonight. Just have a chance to do some Privateer, Privateer and conversation. So chat in the chat while we Privateer and Privateer while we chat and so on. It's going to be good.
Too many verbs. You're losing me.
I would say not enough verbs.
Oh, yes.
So how are you? How was your week?
My week's been fantastic. I got some work stuff finally straightened out, so we are good to go. I have also not shaved, so I still have a beard. Georgios, you are correct. I see we have some new people in the chat. Mike Bonchon, I mean, if you're around it, sure. But, I wouldn't go 30 miles out of your way to go grab it. What else? Steel Division 2's final beta phase is coming. I think it gets officially released next week. So I've been playing a lot of that. I also have started... it's John Romero's thing, right? For a second, I thought it was a Sigil. Yeah, the new Doom thing, which is fun. The Bruins did lose, but my beard is not associated with a playoff beard. It was an adventure beard.
Maybe it caused them to lose.
It could. Well, listen, they played like absolute dog crap last night. I am not going to lie.
I've been so offended by your beard.
Well, listen, yeah, I know it is weirdly offensive. I'm not gonna lie. I've never.
No, it's a good beard. We were saying this before the show. It's a good beard.
Just never had one in my entire life, so it's strange. But yeah, the Bruins game last night sucked. You knew within about 5 minutes or 10 minutes left in the first period that they had lost. It was pretty sad. But
because I saw you on Discord, and at the start you were like, "Yeah, go to hell, blue guys," and you had like 4 comments, and normally you.
Yes, I continue updating. Yes. I was also playing Sigil at that time too, and that tells you how much I was invested in the game. That I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna play Doom for a little while.
But after like an hour of you being totally quiet, I was like, well, I'll look up the score. And I'm like, oh,
it was bad.
Okay,
it was bad. But yeah, but thankfully I'm not that big a Bruins fan. Boston's still champion of all outdoor sports, just not our year for indoor sports. That's all. But yeah, it's been a great week. What have you been doing besides hanging out with me?
Work. It's been a busy week with work.
Yeah.
And also it's E3, so it was fun to watch all the ridiculous presentations. I think I have more fun joking about all the presentations than I do about actually playing any games at all anymore.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I didn't watch any of them. I just watched your guys on Discord's commentary where I was like, well, if something important happens, they'll clearly note it.
We just wanted to be unnecessarily mean about everything.
Yep, got that. And I noticed in the end there wasn't really anything to go off about. I mean, well, the one thing I thought you actually were just making a joke when you were talking about the Halo Infinite on my project. I thought you were just making all that up, and then I Googled it, and I was like, oh my god, that's actually what Microsoft said! That's freaky, and seems like they're just memeing themselves now. But yes, Halo Infinite looked very good.
No, and I got to go kind of viral because...
Oh!
And I do this every year before the Bethesda presentation. I always say something on the order of, come on, guys, do a new Commander Keen this year. So, of course, I tweeted that right as the presentation was starting, and then they did that, and no one was happy, and yeah, it was everywhere. I'm all over Tumblr and the Twitter, and
Whoa.
it's great.
Well, good thing to write. Isn't Tumblr the one that get rid of all the porn? So,
Yes, Tumblr got rid of all its porn, and somehow it still exists.
I was going to say, well, you're carrying the weight then, sir. Congratulations. I'm proud of you. What else did we do? We watched some good stoner college movies the other day. That was fun.
Yeah, we had a college movie night and watched PCU, which I had never seen.
But then you did realize you had seen it. Or parts
Yeah, I've
of it.
seen like chunks of it in like the Comedy Central era. I'm sure I've seen like wedges of the movie.
Yeah, wedges of them. Well, it is like a bunch of little wedges. It's like a Trivial Pursuit piece that you
Practically a Robert Altman movie.
And then we watched some Billy Madison.
Yes.
Or Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore, yes.
Happy Gilmore. You watched Billy Madison the other day.
Yeah, the worrisome thing is that then we watched Billy Madison because we were on this kick.
Well, we've had a long debate about this.
Yeah, and it's
the
not a
Sandler
debate. It's clearly the Waterboy is where it gets bad. But
Yes, that's the last vestige. Because right after that is Big Daddy, where it's no. But anyways, how about Wing Commander instead of Adam Sandler?
All right, let's go to the slideshow viewer.
Yes.
Catch up on some of the stuff we talked about last week.
Let's do it.
Whoosh.
Oh, that's why you were paused. I wasn't paying attention. That was my fault. I'm sorry.
So we keep promising that we're going to talk about the cargo shuttle from Babylon 5.
Well, it's Zathras' personal spacecraft.
It's there was an era where the internet seemed to agree that it was Zathras' personal spaceship. Mm-hmm. That has been erased. As I looked this up, it is now the unidentified Epsilon 3 cargo vehicle
the great
that
machines.
may or may not be owned by Zathras.
Okay.
So that's what the Babylon 5 Wikipedians have determined.
Oh, on the Babylon Project one?
Yeah.
That's the one that's better than the very expensive.
No, but just searching for Zathras shuttle.
You're a jerk. Why didn't you ask me to look at my very stupid expensive encyclopedia to see what the entry for wasn't there?
Maybe I didn't want to remind you about poor decisions you've made.
But you had the digital. I gave you the password to my digital edition.
Whoa! Don't admit that on the air.
I forgot. Shoot.
Five police are coming for us.
Shit! I should have. I forgot. Well, we'll make a note of that for next time. Probably we won't do that at all.
Anyway, there is a season 3 episode of Babylon 5, which is called
War Without End, Part 1.
There's a point in this episode where Zathras arrives at the White Star in his own shuttle.
But is it Zathras or Zathras?
It's Zathras.
It's Zathras. Right, that's a joke that only 3 of us
And
got.
here is what the shuttle looks like. And it's very, very hard to see there, but it's very similar to a Tarsus, down to the little indent in the front and the same engines. And even the same drive plumes is one of the 3 models.
Yeah.
Now I have gone the extra mile here.
I was gonna say I figured you would. What do you?
I brought the DVD upstairs.
Season 3 definitely
went all the way downstairs.
Probably my favorite season since it bridges.
Yes, the one good one is the first. So anyway, here's the clip.
Right.
This is the only time it appears.
To land. It appears we're being followed.
Babylon 5.
Put it on screen.
Yeah, it's all the one.
One
appeared on the
captain,
screen shortly
2
after we left.
captains.
I believe it came from Epsilon 3.
It looks like a Tarsus.
It
Hardly need
does.
for a
It
journey.
does. It looks like a Tarsus
People
if
may
you
be more
strip
technically
off
advanced
all
than
the
yours, but even we do
extra
not have the
stuff.
technology for
So
controlling
there's no
the
satellite
title
dish on
as
top.
unstable.
It's those little
Only the great
Without
little
the
details.
components.
Yeah, little details have been ripped
Slow
off.
1/3. Allow the ship to dock.
And this is the only shot I believe it
Yes.
appears in are these 2 CGI
Yep.
bits. It goes into the White Star and then we don't see it again.
Yep.
That's it.
That actually looked way better than I remember it, but I feel like we may have watched that episode when we were still on
Yeah, on Amazon. Yeah, the quality of the episodes of Amazon is not so good.
No, it's dark to the darkest dark.
So, and this is not something that folks have just figured out recently. It was actually brought up at the time.
Yep.
And I have here one of J. Max Krasinski's CompuServe comments from
Famous
1996,
posts.
where somebody said, "Is it from?" Or this was somebody asking if he had played the game, was where that conversation went, and he said, "No, he's never played Privateer. He has Wing Commander, but his joystick doesn't work." And that was his way of saying it's not intentionally a Tarsus, but it's a Tarsus.
It's very clearly a Tarsus. Yeah.
Of course, the other big connection between Babylon 5 is this guy.
See, there is neither.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works. Ah.
Oh man, he was not a good addition to season 2. They added him with no purpose for him to do anything.
In fact, Jim was just tweeting the other day, and he was saying, the executives wanted him to have a fighter pilot, and so he brought him on intentionally to kill him.
Okay. Yeah, it's not
There's a lot of after the fact stories like that you kind of wonder about.
Yeah, especially since everybody on Babylon 5 was a fighter pilot, right? Garibaldi even flies Star Fury, so yeah. I think they're all looking for that extra flight pay bump, you know?
In fact, when I... this is too ridiculous story even to tell, but I will. When Allie and I first moved to Santa Monica in California, we noticed that our apartment was like 3 blocks from an acting school run by Robert Russler. And
oh my!
if you took anyone from Wing Commander 4, I'm like, they should run an acting school. I don't think it would be Robert Russler, but apparently he runs an acting school now. And then at some point in our first year there, he became involved in a some guy's scam script to make a new Wing Commander movie. Okay. It was some guy who... I talked to my brother, who was an entertainment reporter. I mean, famous time scientist. Who was an entertainment reporter. He was like, oh, that guy, yeah. He's always sending out fake press releases about movies and adding himself to the IMDb. Some guy who's famous for that. They go, he adds himself to the IMDb to make it seem like he's in big movies so he could cast in other things. And he had written... This guy had... written a script for a Wing Commander movie, and he had somehow convinced apparently Robert Russler, because Robert Russler had been in Wing Commander 4, which he determined from the IMDb, that they were going to pitch this script to people together, and they put out like press release. I think they sent us at WC News like a press release about how they were making this movie, and I was like, I know the guy who has the rights to the Wing Commander movie, and he's not you.
Yeah, okay.
But I faked it for a while, and they actually sent me the script, so we should probably show that off at some point.
Yeah.
Make it ourselves. It's absolutely nonsensical.
I think we should spend maybe a Tuesday production meeting on that beforehand, because I feel like I don't want to get the surprises of that live on air. And
no.
We might become very quickly R-rated, as both of us are just F-bombing away at how much it is horrible.
Yeah, we should do like a round reading, a table read of it.
Oh, that would be ridiculous. We can, the book crew, we can all get into it, the spirit of it. Everybody takes like 70 shots before we go down some dark hole of not a real movie.
Ooh. So the other follow-up from last week was the beach.
Should have got my sunglasses for this bit. We should have. We should have
some sun.
We should have put some on. That would have been smart for us.
I kind of always dress like I'm at the beach anyway, but
that's true. That's true.
So I think we had the conversation last week. It came up. What is the deal with the beach scene in Wing Commander 3? What is the Concordia at the same beach that Blair had previously taken Angel to? First, I'll just show you both scenes. Orange sky panning down. What's going to be down there? Oh, if Wing Commander has an iconic shot, it's that.
Yeah.
And I was noticing as I watched through this scene to cut it up, and I cut them out here so you can't see them, but the transitions in the Wing Commander 3 intro are so cool in Star Warsy compared to all the other editing work anywhere else. There's a Drolfi right before this. A Drolfi flies through and wipes over. And then at the end it pulls up to the Confed Starbase. It's
a long time
really George Lucasy.
First the Tiger.
This is also so weird though that
Enough.
the Concordia, where at least
You are not to blame for either.
at least the front end of the hull ends up smashing into a coastal.
This is
region.
Colonel Christopher Blair. Report to Admiral
Yeah, I
Tallman.
mean,
The wreckage of the Concordia has been located.
sure, it happens.
Vespas
The
are
weird thing is they had to
Mr.
look
Coast.
for it, because it seems like
Evaluation.
Vespas is a planet inhabited by humans.
And it's in the rear where you think that there should be normal traffic.
It's a major military
You can't live
base.
your life.
Yeah, I mean, you would think. I mean, don't get me wrong. When something falls in the ocean, it is kind of it's a big ocean, but
Any word from Angel?
It happened in real life. There was a real Concordia that
None.
got stuck
that's
in the ocean.
true. It was also very close to land. So, so you're telling me is that the guy who replaced Tolwyn wanted to show off to his girlfriend?
I know how much she
So
means
he
to Letty.
flew a little too close to Vespus and ended up smashing to the ground. I mean, okay. I'll bite on that for you, but
Okay, now remember that beach right there.
okay. It's totally not the same beach, despite the fact that the color
Feels
and
like the same. I think the thing is that in here's the angel scene, and you can see it's a different beach. If this is even a beach, which we'll talk about in a second.
This is a rock ledge. Or
It's a rock ledge. I think it's supposed to be a rock ledge. But there's more to this story than this. We'll get to in a second.
And the weather
I
looks
think the
nicer.
thing is, I'm gonna play that again while I keep talking. I think the thing is, scenes in Wing Commander 3 took so long to load, even on your 486, that you didn't have the luxury. There was no movie player. You had a 3DO version a year later, maybe. But there was no movie player, so you had your memory of a scene, and you didn't dare go play the game again because it took so damn long.
Yep. Yeah, unless you had a decent machine at that time, you were definitely spending... I mean, I had an okay machine, so it loaded fairly quickly by comparison with the era.
So here is another interesting thing that I believe I mentioned last time. If you look at this scene, it's actually much higher resolution, for one thing, than you just saw. This is one of the press shots from the game. But look up there at the left, 2 arrows.
Yes.
Compare that to the in-game version.
The
landscape is different, and it's Hellcats instead. What happened there? It took days to render a frame of this stuff. Why? What happened? I am very curious. But something happened.
Yeah, I think, Trillian, I think I had a Pentium 133 or 100 maybe was our first gateway. Then we cranked it up in terms of why I was able to play 3 so fast.
I was still rocking my 486DX 266 from Gateway when they came out.
Okay, so yeah.
And I had my best friend at the time, Paul Colombini, hey out there, he had a 38640, and it was 20 minutes to load a mission, and your frame rate was...
Jesus.
It was frames per minute rather than per second.
I feel like maybe it was we had a Gateway 100 or a 120. I just remember being like, I wish we could crank it to like 133 or 166 because that was the next, level up.
The next number. I don't think we had any idea what it meant at the time. But
no, we just knew that you wanted, if you had the cool number, the only thing we ever knew about numbers was that when we got to Prophecy, all of us had a Canopus Pure 3D.
Yeah.
Everybody who was cool had a Pure 3D. If you didn't, get out of here.
Yeah, we were like the mean girls.
We were.
On Tuesdays, we used the Canopus Pure 3D.
That's true. It's true. Yeah.
So anyway, here's this crazy thing about this. You zoomed in further. The figures are in a different place.
Yeah, the dirt's a little different.
It's very. My guess is they re-rendered it specifically for marketing to get sent out to magazines, but I'm not 100% sure. Here is Angel's Beach versus the in-game screenshot, and man, I picked exactly the same frame on both of these. This is a PR shot. This is the actual printout that was in his locker. Versus the game. But to go a little bit deeper into this bizarre beach situation, because everybody who makes a joke about, it's the same place, you're not entirely wrong, canonically speaking. So here's first of all the introduction to the Angel bit, where we find out that it's a cliff. This is the script description. Angel and Blair walk hand in hand along the bluff, overlooking the glittering sea. A light breeze blows through her hair. They stop at the edge of the cliff and drink in the beauty. Then they look at each other. So it's supposed to be like a cliff. There,
a romantic cliff moment.
Romantic cliff.
We're not holding hands.
So this then went to... No, we're not.
No, we're not.
This then went to the novelization by the late, great Andrew Keith.
Yep.
Who, and I should stress, he did not actually have the game to base the novelization on. He wrote it based on the script. So he had no idea that they were... He had no idea that these would look anything like each other. He had that description. Here is the bit from the novel that covers it. Vespus. He was back on Vespus again. An angel was with him. They walked hand in hand along the top of a bluff overlooking the glittering sea, with a light breeze blowing off the water to stir her auburn hair. You see, first of all, that's how a novelization works. They take the scene direction and they turn it into
description,
setting the scene in the book.
Yep.
Blair knew it was a dream, but the knowledge didn't change the intensity of the illusion. He really was with her on Vespus, the week they'd taken leave together. It was a time when neither of them had imagined ever being apart again. The view from the cliff top was beautiful. The setting sun, one of the 3 great moons hanging low over the horizon. That's not in this picture at all.
No, that's a sun.
No, it is a sun.
It's a setting. Maybe we can't
and you see
it.
He didn't have this imagery to work from anyway.
Yeah.
3 great moons hanging low over the horizon, sea and sky red with gathering twilight. But Blair turned away from the spectacular vista to look into Angel's eyes, to drink in her beauty. They kissed, and in the dream that kiss seemed to last for an eternity.
Aww.
So, canonically speaking,
it
is the same planet.
Just a different ocean.
He did happen to discover the Concordia in the same planet
Where his
that
dead
he went on a
girlfriend-
sex date with Angel.
Yeah, for his dead girlfriend. Oh, right.
That's
then.
something.
Let's go on leave before you Paladin sends you off to kill Ra.
So I kind of picture Vestas, which again we do establish as a major fleet base. I kind of picture it being like the planet in Forever War, where they, after a couple generations, instead of going back to Earth, they go back to this like paradise built for service people and spend all that. I picture it like that of the Wing Commander universe.
Interesting. He does, and Mike, he does look weird in civvies, but it's not because he's in civvies. It's because he's wearing. Oh my god, I just lost the damn word. What do you call those pants?
Parachute pants?
No, they're not Oh shit! Now I'm gonna get so mad at myself for this. Linen. He's just wearing all linen stuff. It's like a linen shirt, linen pants. That's why he looks like extra, like cool, comfy. It's like he's hanging out at the Caribbean, man. I got my big flowing white shirt, my big linen pants. I'm not sweating. I'm enjoying everything.
And in fact, I wanted to do a fashion segment with Ali at some point.
Oh.
And there's very, very few non-uniformed people in the Wing Commander universe. And Privateer 2, obviously.
Oh yeah,
Privateer 2.
Privateer
But
2.
there's very few times when you see, Blair and skivvies, and this is like the one of them.
Yes.
So we'll do that at some point.
Yes.
We're working on a bit where we're going to do lists like the kissing thing with Ali here, and it's going to be fun.
Yes.
All right, let's go to the space news. Hey, everybody, welcome to the space news, the only part of the show where we tell you what the news the last week at WCNews.com was. First up, it's the Wing Commander customizable card game. What is it doing here? Well, a YouTube show called Pack-A-Day Habit.
Oh.
A YouTube show called Pack-A-Day Habit has
You should cut down.
done a episode where they open a pack of the Wing Commander CCG cards. And I mostly just introduced this to say that we will be doing them one better in a future segment. I've got a box of boosters that we will do a whole show. I'll teach Jason here how to play the game. Teach all of you all how to play the game. And then we'll open 36 packs and show you what we got.
I love how you have to get so close to me for this bit now, because look at this. Because you're way
No,
over
I
my
have a
part
large.
of
I have a
this.
huge office. It's not small at all.
Yes. Oh, I can see me.
And one of the interesting, typically a customizable card game pack comes with, I don't know if regular people know this or not, but there's usually like one rare, two uncommons, and the rest commons. And that's, you'll hear that one card is rare, one is uncommon, and so on. And Wing Commander is a little bit more forgiving because it comes with two rares instead of one, because one for each faction. So it'll be fun to see what we get. It's coming up. And certainly check out that YouTube, which is linked at WC News. Hey, birthday party! There's a birthday party coming up. We are happy to announce that the Wing Commander Combat Information Center's 21st birthday,
We're all getting
old enough
drunk.
to drink,
Yeah, we're all getting drunk.
will be held August 17th,
Huzzah!
which is also your birthday.
That is correct.
So
That
we
is
give out
also
more of your
my-
personal information on this stream.
Yes, that is my actual birthday.
And your social security number is
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
not enough numbers.
The same combination as my luggage.
August 17th, it'll be the first Wing Commander internet party of the Discord and video streaming era. We're going to be having something very special on this show, so we'll be live for the whole event. It's going to be good. We're working out the details now.
Yes, it should be amazing.
Next up, Defiance Industries has, can you believe it, rendered some more spectacular high-resolution ships. This is the Carnarvon frigate from Wing Commander 4 and almost Wing Commander 3. He has done it up in Confed, Border Worlds, and Pirate liveries.
Ooh, I like that. Look at that with the
comments crossed
crossed
out. Yeah, it's cool
that's
stuff.
That's no nukes.
Some nukes.
Some
Amazing.
nukes. Just reminds me of that.
And speaking of incredible fan artists, that great Howie Day has...
Who's in chat this evening?
Hello, that's awesome. Hello. He has been working on something kind of random, which is an up-res of... sort of proof of concept up-resing Wing Commander 1. He has redrawn the Hornet cockpit in spectacular fashion, and I'll just share that. He's using... the ship updates we've shown off before, created by Android Arts, and it's a really cool idea. In fact, since we set this up, he's had some motion stuff that we can show off next time. It's really, really cool.
It looks
and
really good.
It's it's gonna be a cool experience if we can make that happen in some way.
Yes.
Wing Commander Arena is not coming to Xbox One. The saddest news out of E3 is that the Xbox One's backwards compatibility programming is ending without Wing Commander Arena, which, let's all be honest, we knew would be the case, but it's still sad to hear. And finally...
Don't worry, Howie, you missed talking about it by like 1 minute. It's okay. He's just in the chat saying, oh, he missed that we were talking about his thing.
Sorry about that.
It's all right. We're 11 seconds behind.
We're going to talk about a bunch more next week anyway.
Yes. So send us what you got.
Our last WC News syndicated story is that a fellow named Re-Enthused has done a 10-minute YouTube video showing off Wing Commander 1 on the FM Towns Marty. And I don't know if you've heard of the FM Towns before or the Marty before, but basically the FM Towns is a Japanese computer system. Okay. It was one of the very first computer systems to come with a CD-ROM standard. Okay. So it got CD-ROM versions of a bunch of Western games very, very early. Mm-hmm. Most famously, like the LucasArts Adventures, some of the early Ultimas. Like there's a version of Ultima 6 for the FM Towns that has full speech. Oh. And it's utterly ridiculous when you actually play it because it's clearly... folks at Origin recording on a tape recorder. Nice. But it's amazing. Wing Commander...
That's better production quality than we have.
Roughly equivalent.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Wing Commander for the FM Towns is not as cool. It has speech it has Japanese speech just during combat, not for the cutscenes. And no major improvements. It has a completely cool box we should show off next time. But... It's an interesting version of Wing Commander 1. It has Redbook audio instead of MIDI, so the songs are all pre-recorded and they're tracks on the CD, sort of like the X-Men Collector's Edition. But beyond that, the FM Towns Marty was the game console version of the FM Towns. And the FM Towns had iterations just like any PC. There's a 286.1, a 386.1, a 486.1, and so on. The Marty is essentially a 286 game console. Okay. And... It does not technically support Wing Commander, but it will play it if you have the keyboard, and it's an interesting video because it shows how far you can go with this console. Huh. But if you're interested in FM Towns, definitely you should look for one of the 386 or 486s.
I only know about those because you've told me about them in the past.
You know what? We should do a little slide. We should do a little show and tell next week. Producer, write this down. We should do a little.
This episode.
No, sponsorship. They only paid for one spot. They don't get two, dude.
No. So next time let's show off the different FM Towns games, and we'll just show the cool boxes. Wing Commander 1 and Wing Commander 2 both have amazing different boxes, and they also did Secret Missions Pack and Armada of all things. So we'll talk about that next time.
We love Armada.
So before we get to our big block of Privateer.
Ooh.
It's time for your favorite section and mine.
This is a big block of Privateer.
This is Privateer, but it's not Privateer.
For a second, I was like, what did you not put on the show sheet that you were surprising me with? And I was like, wait a minute. This is Privateer 2.
I said it was your favorite part, didn't I?
Yes, this is my favorite part. Hey, look at that lawn dart.
What is that lawn dart, you ask?
I'm assuming it's going to be, the X592 lawn dart. Right?
No, that's the PR-05 Icarus Heavy Fighter.
Oh, finally we're getting into something that could cause some damage.
Yes, this is a ship that you will actually recognize that is actually good.
Relative?
Relative. So this is the Icarus. This is probably, of all the ships we've done, other than the Straith that everybody knows because you had to fly a Straith, the Icarus is... the first good one. And from here on out, we're going to see a bunch more good ones. We're going to see the Duress, the Frage, the
one that everybody knows.
Yeah, the ones people know because they're the ones you want.
Yes.
So, the Icarus costs 105,000 credits. That's our first six-figure ship.
Okay.
Second cheapest heavy fighter, though. And as an absolute rarity for privateer ships, we know what the name means. In Greek mythology, Icarus is the son of Daedalus, who... had his mechanical wings and flew too close to the sun, and that's where that expression comes from. So,
melt your wax.
The term Icarus also shows up a couple times in Wing Commander, including this right here.
Is that from yeah, I had to look over. That's from
Yeah.
the cartoon. That's from Academy.
Yes, that is the Icarus colony in Wing Commander Academy, which the Kilrathi bomb and completely destroy.
Oh, it looks like a weird version of the Starfighter base from the last Starfighter.
Now that I see that, I realize I actually own that painting, which is a good story, and I'll tell it right now.
Oh, all right. That's how stuff happens.
A couple years ago, back when I was in California,
Okay.
I was on the X-Origin employee Facebook, and none other than the fat man himself, George Sanger, posted like a picture he took, and it was saying it was this. It was this painting, and I think another one, and he was like, "Oh, I saw some Wing Commander production art at a thrift store, or a pawn. No, it was like a antique mall type store."
Okay.
And I was wondering, did anybody know what it's from? And I saw that. I was like, oh, that's awesome. That's actually not from a game. It's from Wing Commander Academy. Blah, blah, I did my Ben thing.
You loafed out.
And then I ended like, where is that? And I was thinking, oh, I know people in Austin. I could have somebody go buy that for me.
Yep.
And he was like, oh, I'm visiting California. It was in Pasadena.
Oh, here we go.
So my in-laws happened to be in town at the time. And I was like, okay, we got to go to Pasadena right now. It was like an hour drive.
Yeah, it's somewhere in California.
And we went there, found 3 or 4 Wing Commander Academy paintings. I went to check out, and the guy was like, oh, if you like those, check this out. And he went in the back, and he got this like plastic bin. And it was a full set of storyboards for an episode.
Oh, is this where it started?
Yeah, that's where a lot of that started. So.
Oh, okay. So that's why there's 10,000 boxes downstairs.
Well, those are production cells. That's where they actually make the
the animation stuff.
The animation stuff.
But that's part of where that started from.
That was where I really got into contacting people in that area. Hey, do you have any of this stuff? But this is actually the production material that would have been done in Los Angeles. The backgrounds would have been done at Universal in Los Angeles. The storyboards were done there, and then they would send them to Japan for actual animating. So, although they seem very similar in anyone's head, they are, in my mind, they're like totally opposite parts of the process, because one's the creative side in the U.S. and the other's kind of the machine side in Asia. Japan and Korea, by the way. It was one Japanese studio and one Korean animation studio.
Interesting.
And the term name Pegasus also appears in the Confederation Handbook. In one of my favorite little bits of background lore, there's a long it's a 2-page description of all the technical details of Pegasus Station, which is the base that gets blown up in the first 5 seconds of the Wing Commander movie.
The Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, that gets Pearl Harbored, and references that. Naval personnel are rotated between 2 years on Pegasus, 2 years at either Icarus base in the Papedro system or Titan base in the Sol system. So there's a similar base, we assume, in the Papedro system, which is one of the original systems on the Vega sector map from the original Wing Commander Inclomar. So.
Ooh, digging deep.
So, yeah, the Icarus has lots of Wing Commander bits and pieces.
But does that save this ship at all?
Well, it does nothing to do with it.
No, in the end, though, it makes us feel good, but let's get back to brass tacks here. It's still the Icarus.
So here is a shot we've shown before showing some of the pre-release names of the ship. And you can see in this version it was called the Mantis. And it cost almost twice as much, $250,000.
Was it from the Mantu? Was it a Mantu fighter? Is that what this is?
Maybe.
Start writing, everyone, right now.
Maybe start posting it.
Start posting, flooding the chat zone right now.
And the Icarus is especially recognizable because, and it's not in your head. In your head, there's a heretic on the box. But in both the UK box and the US box, there's an Icarus in the background chasing that heretic.
Yep.
So, yeah.
We all know that.
There's the in-game model.
Yep.
The VDU.
Not bad.
And here is here's the CCN shot. It's pretty fast. 412 KPS. I don't know.
What an interesting number.
It bothers anyone who likes even numbers. 60 KPS acceleration, 825 afterburner. That's very fast for Privateer 2.
Yep.
Slow for pretty much any other Wing Commander, but fast for Privateer 2. 65 maneuverability all around. Shields are good, 650. Armor is good, 550. 4 gun mounts, which
that's good.
NPCs get Flux Mark 2s. It has 6 missile mounts.
Now we're talking.
6 missile mounts, including a snipe at level 3? Oh, no!
That's me!
How did this happen?
I don't know.
Need
You're
to learn
playing
how OBS works.
You're playing crazy. Playing with fire.
Too many buttons.
Oh, you got brave with that slideshow that long. I see.
It's a long slideshow.
Oh, that's interesting.
So, snipe missile at 3, a brute missile at 3,
Okay.
brute mark 2 at 5,
Okay.
python at 7,
Ooh.
2 pythons at 7, and a disruptor at 9.
Ooh.
So heavy missile armament.
Yep.
And 5 component slots. Decoy Mark 1, High X Mine, Signal Filter, and BSE. So this causes and solves that problem.
Interesting.
And here's your favorite part of the show.
Yes.
Your favorite.
To quickly answer no. That the picture you can see is one we've talked about before. It's actually a propaganda poster from the movie, where you can only, at this point, the camera's pointed down, so you can only see the bottom of the infamous topless Kilrathi and lady picture.
Yeah, it's a propaganda poster. If
Yeah.
you watch the scene in the Wing Commander movie with the Rec Room on the Tiger's Claw, it's one of the posters on the wall.
Yeah, and the other poster is over there, I think, right? Is that one?
Yeah, there's another one over there.
Yeah, we talked about it a few shows ago. If you look back when we did the movie, you can see that we addressed that because it's right by my head, and everyone always notices it. Yes.
Well, people notice a naked man.
Yeah, 2019. All right, hit me with the new RT-D23 CPO. What's your first BS?
Well, this is E122 343D.
Okay, yep, just flowing off the old tongue.
This is G457 745H.
Uh-huh.
This is K376 351S.
Yep.
And this one actually gets a little story. Private vessel 3-year service. Licensed to travel on Isaac and Home systems only. Serving a 4-year ban for traffic violations in the Airland system.
How do you get traffic violations in space? Like, what are you, not in your
You
space
see
lane?
Privateer 2, you bounce around all the time.
You're not in your space lane?
This is R365 211S.
I mean, the paint schemes aren't bad. That one's a little funky.
I like the D-Day stripes they have on the Privateer 2 ships off.
Yeah,
And this is the last one and the best one, S234 421A.
Okay.
This is an executive craft for McReady Medical, corporate ship
Oh.
used for taking company executives throughout the Confederation, licensed for company business only. And we're going to see this as it appears in missions also. The Icarus is both a ship used by super skilled pilots and by corporate executives. So this is like the Privateer 2's version of a Learjet
but it's
in the lore.
Is it like a Learjet, though, that has very little cabin space since it's probably a single-seat heavy fighter?
Well, all the ships in Privateer 2 have at least one passenger seat because you will transfer passengers at different times.
It's gonna be a small.
They're large. I think they're
space.
large, and I think this is something that happens throughout Privateer. The ships that feel like fighters are actually much larger.
Is that what you tell her? Whoa! Somebody took some LSD.
That is Orpheus. He is the best pilot in the game, I believe. A specialist rating, and he's supposed to be this like anonymous person. He has no backstory. You can only contact him through the CCN to use his wingman, and he flies an Icarus.
Okay, he's Morpheus's not brother.
Icarus shows up in 2 missions. One is we've talked about before, where someone is posing as an executive for Craven, and they're flying an Icarus, and you have to choose either double crossing them or killing them.
Yep.
The Kane Borman episode. Also in the Tri-System League of Hunters mission, where you're invited to challenge the Tri-System League of Hunters, and you have to defeat all these guys who are expert pilots. A fellow named Pablo Donnerkiel of the Tri-System League of Hunters flies one.
Do you know who the picture is of?
Good question. No. But I did check because we actually went to Paul Hughes at one point and said, who are all these guys? And he identified the ones that were somewhat recognizable, and this was one that was not recognizable.
Well, they have a power mullet going on. I see. At least the start of it looks like with a black turtleneck.
And this is just an aside, but 2 of the cruisers from the game So we've been talking about these series and how the A ship and the B ship seem to be related.
Yep.
So the Icarus is ship 5. Ship 6 is this Papa God cruiser. And then ship 6B is this Chinchilla cruiser.
Oh, okay, I remember that one. More.
I don't think you do.
No?
Because it does not appear in the game.
Oh, that's weird. I remember that shape looked more familiar to me for some reason.
So pirate cruisers are very rare in Privateer 2. They only appear in scripted missions, but each of the 4 factions has one.
Okay.
And this one they forgot to put in any missions, and it doesn't spawn randomly. So.
Okay. Oh, that's because we've looked at.
We looked at it before.
That's what it was. Okay, because I was like, that looks really familiar again, and that's because we had examined that before in the past. Yeah, it is a little weird for the pirates to have cruisers. I mean, I like that at least Wing Commander 4 keeps into a frigate, and not even a good frigate. So yeah.
So it's not clear. It's not clear why the game does not Yeah, it's that spice.
Yeah. Well, listen. I had 1. You had 4. I don't know what the hell you were thinking. So.
I'm going to clear out my body.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm going to load up Privateer. We're going to try the old Icarus chase.
Let's see how far we can go here. I mean, last time you did pretty well, even though it was a giant spinning top, basically, I think is the politest way to call our previous ship, since it had no speed but a great turning rate. What are you doing here? What are you up to?
Well, I realized I put the wrong guns on it.
Oh,
so I'm fixing them now.
Oh, no.
It's supposed to have Flux Beam Mark IIs, not...
Flux Beam Mark IIs. Let's check what the notes say. It says Stream 2, sir. Maybe you had it right the first time. Did you have stream lasers?
No, I got it wrong in the notes. I realized it in my head. So.
Gotcha.
All right, let's see this thing.
It is weird that they have more unique cruisers than it is something they've stripped and kind of put back together. I mean, you can imagine that during the war, of course, there must be a lot of old hulls that are heavily damaged. But if you put in the time,
destination selected.
Well, I feel like the pirate factions, they're not sort of typical. Oh, these are a bunch of scuzzlords who are pirates. It's much more.
Cartels, perhaps?
Yeah, they're factions.
Impact.
What the hell is going on?
Forward shield.
Bouncing. This is the traffic
This
light
is
we were talking about.
slow. Out of all the Privateer we played, this is the slowest. Just But yeah.
Oh, let's take a look at our.
Take a look at her.
Yeah,
It's not. I like the paint scheme. I do. I like the white, like you said. The D-Day stripes are a nice touch right there. They do get a little. I mean, this is also our. Well, I mean, it doesn't have the normal keel blade. Instead, they have 2 smaller ones instead of just the big one.
Say hello to my little friend.
Missile locked. Incoming.
Oh!
Ow!
2 jumps!
Jesus!
Shields and armor didn't quite live up to the expectation there.
No, and I wasn't even paying attention because I was like, he'll buzz through these, and then we'll start chatting when he's jumping on level 7, 8, 9. Well, this is the universe again telling us,
Get to Privateer.
Get the Orion. Sandoval is
So
waiting for
it is
you.
time to earn that Orion. By my OBS window. Well, but wait, isn't there something we do before that?
Before you even
How do we unlock this image here?
Oh.
I should note this is the last ship in the PR series, so this is as long as this segment's gonna get until the end. So,
ready?
I'm almost ready. There we go. Oh, Privateer 2's got a lot of spaceships.
Privateer 2's got a lot of spaceships.
Privateer 2's got a lot of spaceships early in the morning. Chinchilla, get those skulls from an Aurora.
The Chinchilla, get those skulls from an Aurora. Chinchilla, get those skulls from an Aurora.
Early in the morning. Shaman, she's a cheap little bastard.
Shaman, she's a cheap little bastard. Shaman, she's a cheap little bastard.
Early in the morning. Karninen's got those tiny engines.
Karninen's got those tiny engines.
Karninen's got those tiny engines.
Early in the morning. Oh my god.
The Gendivai is just too slow.
The Gendivai is just too slow. The Gendivai is just too slow.
Gendivai in the morning. Icarus sits right on the boxes.
Icarus sits right on the boxes. Icarus sits right on the boxes.
Early in the morning. Hooray!
Holy mother, those are... And do we reset after this one?
We reset after this one.
God.
That is it for the PR series. This is the end of budget chips. We are headed up to the mainstream versions. We're going to the military ranked ships.
Thank
ML
goodness.
series all the way. So
Oh my.
look forward to that.
You would think after so long we would also know the words of the song, but very clearly both of us don't.
No.
We're both reading because we're trying to make sure that we don't screw it up. Even though, well, it's only like 3 lines when you boil it down.
And look, there's just 8 more to go. We're over the hump.
We're over the hump. Oh my goodness gracious, that's true. Although, we still have the whole summer of Privateer planned, so it won't be that grid. You'll see another grid.
So here is Privateer.
I have an idea.
Oh.
It's the light bulb.
Oh,
It's the light bulb.
okay.
It's the light bulb. Joke's always going to get old. Still make it every time.
So tonight we're just gonna play a bleep load of Privateer.
Grind.
We need that money to buy the ships we want to fly, and we're not there yet. So we're gonna do Privateer. We're gonna have chat with folks in chat. If you have any questions, ask them in text or
Yes.
on Discord. I've also created a voice channel on our Discord, which is overlaid right here. If anybody wants to come in and converse while I'm flying this, I'll hear you in my ears, hopefully.
Yes, I forgot my headset, and I'm not going to use the neon green one because it just leaves you neon green.
It is falling apart.
It is not. Yes, it's beyond falling apart at this point. Yes.
So, let's get back to the Gemini sector.
Yeah, and we had one question: did you know what PR and PL stands for? The Privateer 2 ships.
Well, unfortunately not.
Great. Hey, it's an answer.
So, but we did. Oh gosh, you know what? I don't remember which save game was last. I can figure it out though because I can just here's a trick for those of you at home.
It's called.
If you ever forget which Privateer save is last, just go to your GOG directory in Windows.
Right there.
Right there. And you see what the most recent date is. So it is their .save files. AWC 17.
That's right. You named
I
it,
named it after the episode.
That's right.
Old me is smarter than current me.
That's right. Because we had this exact same problem last week, and you said, I think it's this one." I was like, "I think it's all A's," and you're like, "No, I think it's this one." And yep, because it was at the bottom too. That's what threw you off.
So here we are at New Constantinople.
Yeah, no, Pretty Lame, Pretty Rad, those would be good, but those don't really qualify because even the Pretty Rad ones aren't pretty rad. All right, so this, let's see, where do we have any place left to go? We've taken them around all of the major bases so far. So this time we have one objective:
Make money.
Make money, money, money. Now, when you let me know what you're doing, we can look up the commodities you can load up along the way as well, because we got to make as much money as possible throughout this entire thing.
I'm doing the doing a patrol of the New Constantinople system.
All right,
See if there's a second patrol. That would be awesome.
that would be awesome. Say if it's like 10,000.
Not fighting mercenary ships. Not fighting Kireti.
That's
That's a
not
pretty
bad.
good one. Yeah, let me take that one.
Yes.
Okay, so we've got 2 nav point whackers and
What else?
overall patrol.
And you're in New Constantinople. What else is there? A refinery? Is that all that's there? No, it's agricultural. Okay, looks like that's actually.
And here we are in Zafra's shuttle.
Yes. But I mean, you could, after you finish your patrol, if you want to do a quick car, you can land at the agricultural planet, load up, and then fly to New Constantinople. Double check to see what. Yeah. Yeah, it's actually potentially.
Traitor to humanity, feel our wrath.
When you get the Echo, you can make a good buck on shipping food to new concept itself.
Well, that was a very easy one. Thank you. Somebody who's
Any
there.
trivia to share
Militia.
about New Constantinople? Do we have any trivia for New Constantinople?
Think of anything in particular?
I mean, obviously, you know, it's named after Istanbul is not New Constantinople. You know, da 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 da.
It used to be New
Yes,
Istanbul.
Yep. You're butchering that poor word.
That's nobody's business but the Turks.
That's right. It is nobody's business but the Turks. Other than that, do you know if is the base design lifted or a love of anything?
I mean, it's kind of your classic tourist space station. By the way, shout out to our producer for coming up with this cool. You can see right there, it measures our.
I can't see it
credits.
in 11 seconds. Yeah, we're at 220,794. We'll strike Commander's Kit, sure. No, yeah, because I mean, the base itself is I don't want to call it a kind of classic design, but it certainly feels like a classic sci-fi space station design. The big ring with
Prepare to be
your
searched.
kind of docking
Maintain
ports at each
speed
end.
and course.
In fact, we have some
No
of the original
contraband
artwork,
detected. You may
some of the
proceed.
sketches for the interior up at WC News. We should share that sometime.
It is also, I think it's a massive base as well. I mean, you see paradigms inside.
In
the
fact,
docking
let
ports
me
lead
land
to
and
that.
show you some of those. I'll show off some of those animation loops.
Sure.
One thing Privateer does, especially with all the bases, but especially with the custom ones, is extremely cool animation loops in the game flow screens.
Yeah.
Game flow is the term for these when you're walking around and carrying with Commander 3 or 4, or the part where you click to start a movie. Basically, that's the game flow system.
Yeah. Perry was it a Hull? What class? Perry's a Halsey class station.
Halsey
right?
class.
Yes.
I named that when I did the
So
Wingfighter
yeah,
Arena manual.
the Perry design is one that you said it's like a more standardized military base design you might see in other sectors.
Yeah.
And New Constantinople, does it have? Did you do the same thing with that, or is it just the capital and you left it as it's?
I don't think I specified anything, but
Because I remember in Star Soldier, you
Yeah.
did Perry and you smacked her around.
I've got to assume that any space station is not unique.
Yeah, I mean, at this point in time, you're not, unless there's some special reason to build a unique station, like you've got a Hulk, like what is it, the TCS Port Broughton?
Port Broughton, yeah.
Port Broughton
There's a carrier that-
eventually becomes a station because it's been so damaged. Like, yeah, you could do certainly stuff like that's one of those situations. Otherwise, yeah, you'd assume that Confed would kind of have standardized designs, like Black Main or Torgo and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I assume there's other New Constantinoples out there. And part of the backstory of the Gemini sector is it has been colonized only very, very recently.
Yeah.
It was essentially intended to
Traitor
block
to
the Kilrath.
humanity, feel our wrath.
The Confederation established this sector during the war as to blockade the Kilrathi from taking on Earth from this flank.
Yeah, because this is forward, this sector, essentially. This is almost the opposite end of the front from, say, Reclita. Where Reclita's out in the middle of the road, this is towards the core of the Milky Way.
And part of the lore is that there has not been a major battle with the Kilrathi because of this in this area in 20 years, 15 years.
There are no more bases like Perry in Privateer 1. I believe you named the 1 or 2 in Star Soldier.
Yeah.
In other sectors.
I
but
said it was a
not-
Halsey class base. So
Yeah.
I figure that military must. I figure it's like the military version of the Wing Commander 2 base.
Yeah.
The ISS uses it. They go on a car orbit. So it's another take on that.
Certainly, yeah. It's basically the CVs you immediately throw together into one sector. Yeah.
And if you want to feel even more inadequate in our Tarsus, there's a fellow here with a Centurion who's just
Destroying everybody.
destroying everybody.
Hey, that's fantastic. You know what? I'm a-okay with that because it helps move us through things.
Oh no, I'm saving some bucks here.
That's true. Yeah, you're saving some of that sweet
Creds.
MREC money. Yep. Hey, and kill stealing doesn't matter in Privateer because you're only getting paid if you kill Kilrathi. So
Die by the very
doesn't
weapons
mean
you
much.
adore.
Die by the weather. No. We're gonna buy a Centurion eventually. We're gonna do this in a weird way. Not the way we were trying to power through it this point in the game. No, the Tarsus is gonna. Its end is gonna come soon enough. Definitely this evening, yes. We want to start the plot with the Orion, and then do that for a little bit. Do some side missions as well, and then after the Orion, we're gonna go to the Galaxy, try some big cargo runs, some smuggling runs, things like that, and eventually we'll get to the harder missions of the campaign or the plot. We'll switch to Centurion.
Yeah, take a break and do Centurion.
Yeah, I mean, nobody wants to do the exploratory service missions in
No, I thought it was great. Scout was playing Private the other day. He was like, I've got a Centurion scheme so easy now. Just got to do these exploratory missions.
Yes, right.
And we were like,
Yeah. Life is really easy until you have to jump out to, what is it, a Delta Prime? Whatever the last system of that string is. Yeah, that's...
Yeah, Delta Prime.
And at that point, you're like, you gotta be kidding me, I gotta fly these damn asteroids. Yes, our Tarsus 1 has gotten plenty of screen time so far. We have certainly shown the good, the bad, and the very ugly times with this. It's about every weird situation that can go wrong. Yes, everybody, if you were playing on your own and not for the crowd, you would have upgraded by now to something else.
Oh, definitely.
100% yes. 100% yes. This is only for the historical record to say she can be done. I mean, yeah, those who want to do like the whole campaign in this, like, good for you. It's not a star I need on my chest, though.
So how's everybody out there tonight? What are you up to?
We're getting a lot of Tarsus pushback, or we got some Tarsus going back and forth chat
Okay,
about
folks
this.
are tired of the Tarsus. I can.
Well, we got pro Tarsus, we
Dig
got
it.
anti-Tarsus, we got
clear out.
Tarsus. I don't think Tarsus shows skill; it just shows you're cheap. That's what it shows.
Sometimes that's one and the same.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yes, that's true. Yes.
Ready to eat them.
Getting some food.
Yeah.
Basically everything I would load up in it. All the foods you can get, the cheaper. I believe the base for Recons was 30 for most of them. So
Okay.
Now entering an
15,
automatic
16,
landing zone.
It's gonna be fantastic. 30 is the rock bottom for New Constantinople, but I think the high was like 55 or 65.
Oh, no shipyard here.
That's all right. You're only going a quick.
Yeah,
jump.
I've still got like 15 missiles. So.
That's
Hey, 17. You think it's good?
Let's. Yeah, I would see what the other
Okay,
foods.
Generic food 17.
That's
That's good.
Do all those. Yep.
Okay.
Do you have luxury foods too? No.
Nope. Just
Then do go the grain.
Okay.
Do the grain.
Grain it.
Grain it.
Alright. Just see if I can take
Yeah.
a
See, there's
missile
anything.
my way.
See, there's like a defend base or something. Oh.
Isaac system. Patrol of 7 nav points. No.
Jesus.
No. I could scout a nav on my way.
Yeah. Why not? That's easy 3,000, right?
Maybe the Merchant Guild wants.
If you're ready for a cargo,
I'm ready. I'm ready for a cargo mission, sir. Actually, not ready for a cargo mission. Okay. High demand for pets.
Nope.
Luxury foods going to Magdalene? No. Generic foods to Perry? No. Merchants?
How doing good if we did those? That's Magdalen's not on the list.
No. Alright, well, let me just do this quick scouting mission. We'll land back there and we'll get our bearings straight on.
Yeah, go to New Constantinople.
Yeah.
New Constantinople, load up. Yep. Perfect. That's right along the way.
Almost a straight line.
There was no luxury foods we could purchase though. You know.
Sadly.
Yeah. Otherwise, that would have been luxury foods are a good sell.
You're about to suck void, buddy.
Whoa.
Yeah, you're nailed, pal.
Shove your cargo before you blow, will ya?
I didn't know there was a guy there and now I'm boned.
And you did not save either.
No.
I didn't say anything.
That's
alright, you got him.
Yeah, but I'm gonna buy a new shield generator.
Is it totally blown?
It's totally blown.
At least you can still turn.
Nope.
In some ways. Well, whatever this pirate's doing, no, you gotta go the long way. Oh! Jerk, fly down. Come on! Yeah!
Okay, we've learned an important lesson.
29 kps. You still gotta fly through the son of a bitch. Oy, oy vey.
So we're actually losing money at this point.
Ah, you might be alright. I mean...
No, we're gonna spend $30,000 replacing our shields.
Son of a beach. It's totally... Oh, yeah, it's boned.
Yeah, look at my KPS.
Yeah, I saw the 29. Yeah, I saw it.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to hang in space for a little bit as my droid fixes this mess.
Yeah. If there's ever a reason why
the game.
You don't want the Tarsus anymore. Oy vey.
Now, do you think that I should just buy an Orion and start upgrading it? Just throw that to chat. You guys decide.
Yes, let's ask the... Alright, crowd, who's out there? We have at least... We got 14 people watching. Let's see what we got here. We have one no, but I feel like with Tarsus in your name, that's bias. Producer says yes.
Alright, let's do it. Let's get that Orion and we'll start upgrading it.
That tells you how we're feeling. Yep.
Tired of Tarsus.
Tired of Tarsus. That's a hashtag if I've ever heard one.
He who is tired of Tarsus is tired of living. Tarai.
Yeah. Hey, at least you're up to hey, 239, baby. You're moving.
Yeah.
I'm moving.
Yeah, it's after
134. Oh, you're set it. I mean, you're set. It's just that it's repairing slowly. My goodness gracious.
It's the kind of thing that happens in privateer, though.
Yep. At least you can turn. You know.
Yeah, I've gotten a little bit of turning.
That's pretty good because that's what really is the kick in the face when you get when you lose the maneuver jets. Those are really the kick. They're all going back and forth. Michael's saying, go talk to Sandoval.
We'll talk to Sandoval. We'll do Sandoval tonight.
Yeah, we're definitely starting. Yeah. Well, if you can please, we're only at an hour and 6 minutes on this program, which seems insane.
Yeah. We've got time.
You can auto. Oh,
I'm trying to, because I don't know if it takes away from the value of the ship if it needs repairs. But we certainly need a targeting repaired if we're switching to something else.
Yeah. So we're just sitting back, relaxing in our Tarsus,
Relaxing out cool,
having a beer, watching nothing repair itself. Actually, no, I don't believe if you autopilot, it doesn't continue to repair. It doesn't allow.
No, it doesn't repair. I'm just curious if.
Yeah. Well, no, that's what's asked in the chat.
If it reduces the value of the ship.
Yeah.
When you sell it.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, if you autopilot, it simply skips that moment. It doesn't actually. You don't have the passage of actual time.
Which is actually something of a problem as develop more advanced multiplayer games, stuff like Star Citizen. It's a challenge to how do you balance everything happening in real time everywhere, but also needing to let players cover an amount of distance. It doesn't matter so much in a single player game, but it does if there's supposed to be a fair set of rules for everybody.
Yeah, and if I suddenly see you with no shields, limping along with sparks flying out the back, you're damn right if I'm a jerk, I'm going to blast you out of the sky. But then it's, what are you going to start spamming all your friends that you maybe don't have? So yeah, it is certainly a challenge to figure that stuff out. But thankfully we live in a world of simple privateers.
Which is honestly one of the reasons I like going back to the old games, because there's enough there that it will take you a lifetime to really understand everything, but it's doable.
Now entering an automatic
today
landing
is
zone.
Very different.
Yes. Yeah, something that wants you to replay it, there's a... How's the way to explain it? There is these older games, because of the limitations, they get more.
Cargo before we...
Yes, you probably should.
Where is the cargo?
It's to your right, below. It's they put they were working with very little, but were able to maximize a lot from it. So they take these games that are limited to a certain amount of memory today that
You want to buy an Orion?
the flash
I'm
drive
telling
sitting
you,
next to
you
or
do.
in your pocket has
You do a
more
lot of
space
risky
available
runs.
to it.
You look the type.
So it makes
Let me
them
tell you
more
something.
resourceful.
The Orion may not be
I
fast,
would
but
say
she's a
most of the
regular
games I end
tank.
up
She
playing
has
are
the
the
thickest
older ones,
armor and
save
the
for
best shields of any ship on the
Steel
open
Division.
market.
Everything else
Sure,
I
the
played
cargo
is
space is limited,
Marathon,
but she'll keep you and your cargo safe. Get it?
There's not a whole
This
lot
ship
that's,
has something for
missing
everybody. Merchants have cargo protection, and Mercs can fly with
Command
confidence
Conquer,
that they'll come
which I'm
back
very
in one
excited. I hope
piece.
everybody got a
The
chance to
Orion
see.
has
They've
racks
only
for
released
2
one
guns,
screenshot
a
so
weapon
far,
or
but it's
tractor
of
beam,
the,
and a rear turret. A
it's of
great
the,
buy at only
building
75,000
screen.
credits.
So you
Of
get to see the
course, you get a
sidebar.
trade-in for your ship,
Which isn't a really
and
big
for
thing,
the
but
extras,
it is kind of a big
leaving you with a few credits for new accessories.
So what did folks
So,
see at E3?
you
Did
want one or
anybody
what?
get anything? Honestly, the biggest cool surprise for me was just Lego Star Wars, and it was more of a just, hey, you forgot Lego Star Wars existed.
Sharp eye, pal. We'll deduct
All right,
your payment
let's outfit this
automatically
guy.
and have her waiting on the pad.
We actually cannot
Enjoy.
show the subtitled version of it without turning off speech.
Oh, and in fact, I could have done that, but
Yes, because that would actually
just gotten it right.
Yeah, it would. That would then.
Look at it, it's
Hey,
beautiful.
look at it. You fill up the whole space. God damn.
This is an exciting moment. We're gonna get some tax. So we got 235,000 credits to outfit this guy.
Which is pretty good. So you only lost about what? 8K
Yeah.
in transferring. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Missile launcher. One of the biggest hits in the Orion is that stupid single missile launcher, though. That actually sucks.
Yeah, that's a real kick in the face, especially when this is supposed to be your bounty hunter ship, which is the really confusing thing about this one because it's limited in ways that you would think it shouldn't be. It's crappy. You have to rebuy all that stuff.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. And now we got so we got 115. How do we want to play these shields and armor?
You got the heaviest armor, I thought, right?
I guess shields
engines?
and engines. Yeah.
I would. Thinking what engines 3 or 4?
Maybe I'm gonna. Yeah, I really wish I had another 15K for a better shield. So I'm gonna take shield 3, and for now we're gonna do engine 3.
It's not bad.
But I'd like to upgrade that engine sooner than later.
Yeah.
In fact, that should be our next objective. We want 150K for engine upgrade 5. All right.
I gotta save it. Let's make sure we do that. That's not gonna make you think of it any better.
Well, I can still use my turn.
Merc
Guild.
Yeah, I'd say let's look for everything big. Let's see what we got.
Okay, Mega Crunch credit. This is New Constantinople. So you fight mercenary ships. No, I'm not fighting mercenaries. Retro ships at Nav 7's pretty good. Almost 10K. Yeah.
That's real good.
Patrol duty. Should we do a patrol again? Pirate ships at Nav 3. Yeah, I could do these 3.
Yeah, the patrol and that's a good 20K right there. That's good.
Alright.
Let's take this sucker out.
See what it looks like.
Yep.
It feels like such a change, just this.
Maintain
Yeah, look at
speed
this,
course
huh?
contraband
Wait, so
service.
finally look at how
Contraband
shiny
detected.
your
You may
cockpit is,
proceed.
how,
Look at those cool shields.
how bright your MFD is for everything. Yep.
MFD. Look at the autopilot is different, and look at the sides.
So where am I sitting? Damn it!
You're in the way. You're
Yeah,
in
look
that.
at
You're in one of these back
shitty
seats.
jump seats, huh?
Yeah.
Jeez.
We don't have a turret yet, but we can. This ship allows a turret.
Yep. I mean, turrets I feel like are in privateer.
Traitor to humanity, feel our wrath.
It's something you have just because you have it, not so much that you ever really truly need it.
Only if you're a pirate and you want that space for a tractor beam. If you use tractor beam stuff. Then
Yeah, if you need it, yeah. Well, you could be a crazy person for your tractor beam or missile launcher goes too. Which I can't imagine anyone ever does that. You can.
You can't use the missile trick there. I mean, you can, but you
have to wait.
Yeah.
We'll certainly use the turrets and tractor beams eventually when we get to the galaxy. Maybe we'll
Deliver us, O Lord, for we are in need.
That's another way to also earn extra credits, is that you blast some of these guys out and see what they do and stuff. Not so much the retro, the pirates occasionally. No, you cannot tractor a ship itself. You can only tractor commodities.
Yeah.
Yep, just the commodities. Yep.
So we talked a little bit about the Commander Keen mobile game earlier, and I do want to point out that I don't agree with everybody who thinks I'm horrified by it. I think I don't mind. I'll wait and see how it is. I don't have super high hopes just because I think it's stupid not to be a side scroller, but maybe it's a really neat game. We'll find out. I don't like this whole concept of I need to judge everything. Don't. Wait and see.
You damn dirty commanders, how dare you not do it exactly as I expected in my daydreams.
I mean, yeah, we've got such this sense of, for anything that there is, I want to rule out whether I care or not immediately.
Damn, you're ripping me
You're
apart.
happier and better off if you accept weird stuff, no matter what it is.
It's also probably designed for people more today who they can sell things for money. Not some old person who's going to be angry. How dare you mess with him? Sir, why do you have a doorknob attached to your belt? Well, that was the style of the time. I've actually never played a game on my phone in my entire life, though, I should say.
And I enjoy mobile games.
I mean, by mobile games, do you mean Drug Wars or Worms on my TI-84 or whatever the hell you have?
Yeah, I had Tetris on mine.
Yeah, there you go. I had Tetris on mine too, but we were only really cool if you had Drug Wars, which, really looking back, is not that good of a game. It's a really simple privateer with lots of space.
Which I was actually involved in a project at Electronic Arts at one point that was going to be Privateer Drug Wars. Not Drug Wars, but it was a text-based privateer browser game, and it was.
That sounds really exciting.
It was
1982.
Yeah, that was maybe 10 years ago at this point, and luckily it did not happen. I like the excuse to write all sorts of lore, I give it a setting, but it would not have been a good game.
Yeah.
Deliver us, O Lord, for we are in need.
You probably noticed my gameplay style can change very quickly now. I no longer get cowed down by 3 talons. You
can go head to head.
Yeah. I can do gunfighting.
Although you do lose, your ability to missile fire.
Yeah.
But it's
look, all red.
Yeah, but then you get it's funny because I wonder about the actual percentage of viewable space in the Orion compared to the Tarsus. Because I bet the Tarsus has slightly more viewing area despite it having all the stuff in the way. Where this, you have those 2 giant VDUs at the bottom and then the 2 at the top.
But also 2 VDUs, that is itself an upgrade. We now can see our weapon status and our targets, which is a big advantage.
Yep.
And in fact, I can change both VDUs to whatever I want.
So yeah, each has their own switching function. Yep. Yes, I am. Yes, in the Orion there's 2 less comfortable seats, if you will. But that's the difference. The Tarsus is... Well, there goes the new spaceship smell on our Orion as someone has blown out multiple panels. Now you smell as burning wires. Nice. Real nice.
But also, look how cool the damage textures are. Wires come out at the top. I love Privateer.
Oh, you literally bought a $2 million car, and then you drove it in downtown.
Didn't that just happen to somebody?
That was, I'm blank.
Tracy Morgan.
Tracy Morgan. He bought a $2 million Bugatti, I believe, and then he drove it through Manhattan, and shockingly, someone hit him. Actually, it's funny enough, when I went to go get breakfast this morning, I decided this morning to go out to have breakfast after a call with my boss. And when I got there, I hadn't even told you this. There was a dude in, I don't know what kind of Ferrari it was, but he spent probably 15 minutes parking it absolutely perfectly centered in this one space. And then after he did that, he then proceeded to repark in that space for another 10 minutes.
You're finished, flyboy.
Close the hard top because it was going to rain. And then when he walked in, he literally was the absolute caricature of a Ferrari owner. So he was this, muscular-looking black man who had European style like driving
before you
shoes
blow,
on.
will ya?
He had a shirt that said Ferrari. He had a hat that said Ferrari. Like you knew he owned a Ferrari.
Or had been to the Ferrari's museum.
Yeah, well, the fact that the Ferrari was out front also, Yeah, it was everything, and it wasn't even that. It was like the higher end Ferrari stuff. So it wasn't like in English. It was just like some weird thing where, and he sat like one seat away from me at the bar, and I was like, "How is this?" Yes, exactly like Joey in that Friends episode. Yes, exactly like that. But then he sent his coffee back, which I thought was the weirdest thing in the world. We're at a
This
diner.
isn't Ferrari quality coffee.
I did not know. I saw him do it, and I was like, "What is this dude doing?" Like, I don't really understand this. But okay, whatever.
Good to see a friendly ship.
Yeah, it was weird. It was one of those things where I was like, "Well, that was really weird. I'm just not going to mention that unless there's a reason to," which now there is. I guess we should have our Orion hats on with our Orion jackets. Like,
I mean, really, what you have to say to the guys, so, hey, buddy, you ever see a Ferrari?
Yes.
You like Ferraris?
That's the one reason I did not say a word to him, because I was like, I do not want to talk about his car. I mean, it was a beautiful, classic red Ferrari something or other. It didn't have any identifying numbers on it, so I don't know what type it was, but it looked really expensive.
I feel like I've become pretty immune to supercars. I never got that incredibly expensive shitty car concept personally.
Well, I mean, I get it. Like in California and Seattle, I get owning it there because the weather is more conducive to keeping the car in good shape. But what type of crazy person has a Ferrari in
Your
the
profile
DMV?
is clear to sector's edge.
Like, are you kidding me? Like, I dodged like 3 Grand Canyons on the way here, like trying not to pop my tires. So, yeah. Can you fly with a regular mouse?
You can fly with the mouse.
Now
I
entering
don't know
an
if I would-
automatic landing.
I would say, I mean, you can play with just a keyboard, which was how I played for many years.
Yeah.
The problem is, once you've played with a joystick, it's very hard to go back just in your brain.
Yes. Yeah, the thing is, a joystick today, or you can get I don't have any of the fancy Thrustmasters that Ben does or the Warthog. I just have the Logitech Attack 3, which is a very simple USB joystick, and that works great. I mean, I definitely need to get a newer one or nicer one at some point, especially when I go from practicing on the Academy Gauntlet at my house then to here. It's completely different because of the difference in the joystick quality. Which Thrustmaster just announced a new one. They're coming out with an F-18 Hornet stick, which looks kind of fancy. Although I will say I do like the F-16 and F-22 sticks better, though. I like that top. Yes, we will remind you need to repair your vessel.
No, I did.
You did. All right. Well, chat was telling us that yes, we need to repair. I was not paying attention. I was lost in the.
I thought I repaired it. Okay, here I'm gonna take a patrol.
Yeah.
1 patrol mission there. 2 patrol missions.
Okay, there's almost 30K.
Wait
Are you
for it.
You might. No.
There is one here. So it's somewhere.
Yep.
7, or do I want 7, 3, 7, 7, 8? Okay.
There you go. All right.
Triple patrol mission.
Ooh,
this
that's
is
gonna
like
be-
this is like that commercial where the kid is like, my family starts at 5:30 and we're having stovetop. Like, my family starts at 8 and we're having stovetop. We're getting 3 times as much stovetop.
Yay!
But let's pause for a moment to look at some of these cool animations.
Let's watch stuff happen.
You know, in modern day, this would be rendered in 4K resolution. You'd be able to move around and drive little cars and so over. This game came on 6 3.5-inch discs. And the fact that they have all these independent animation cycles that are all hard rendered, they're really cool. So the cars go back at forth at different rates. Here, there's a galaxy that flies by. There's a group of fighters. If I take this, even my little pod is animated. If I go up here and look in the background,
just don't stare at the space because you'll throw up as you realize how fast you're spinning in this one.
Yeah, so
fast.
If you look closely, the little shuttles that are going out there are actually a distinct model. That thing it's these little pod cars. We looked at them, I think, in our very first episode, maybe.
Yes, we broke that. Yeah, that was that was Squiggly Train, man. Squiggly Train.
Yeah. So let's save this game. Yeah.
Apparently, everybody's telling us we didn't repair anything.
We repaired stuff. I'm pretty sure I repaired stuff. Yeah, look.
Yeah, he's got 10 missiles, so I don't know what you crazy people are talking about.
Prepare to be searched. Maintain speed and course. No contraband detected.
You're keeping
you
us
may
clean on our
proceed.
sector. That's what's transpiring here.
So you have any weekend plans?
I don't know. I'm waiting to see how my knee recovers. It's still a little unhappy about all the trip miles I did, so it's all good. But I'm not sure yet. If it's nice, I might try to do something. Yourself?
I am headed up to Pennsylvania for the weekend. Allie is volunteering at her mom's.
Oh, that's up
church.
there.
Yeah, it's up in Pennsylvania.
Okay. I thought you were having a mom weekend out here.
No, it's up in Pennsylvania. We're gonna go. In fact, we're really only there for like 24 hours. We're gonna go up there, volunteer, and then come back. But we'll be making.
What's this we stuff? You're gonna be making funnel cakes too?
Yeah, I'll be making funnel cakes. If you happen to be in Annville, Pennsylvania, come get some funnel cakes on Saturday.
Everybody loves a good funnel cake in 1942.
I think they're gonna be like deep frying Oreos and
of
other
course
batter items.
It's a fair. That means anything you can put in a fryer that you think's gonna work, you fry.
Dump your cargo before you
Hell
blow,
is this?
will ya?
It's all your patrols at
Dump
once.
your cargo before you
If you're
blow.
lucky.
Oh!
Well, that's not
Good.
That's not so good. That's not so good.
Oh.
Well, everybody's
Much like Icarus.
someone has flown too close. Oh, shit, talking mushrooms. This is going to be
Good. No, we're dead. Good thing I saved this time.
Which, that's another thing, too, that modern games take away from the auto-save. So you don't even think about it, Where,
No, games should punish you. It should hurt to have fun.
And that's true. It really should. That's one of the best things about some of those games. I mean, there's a reason that going back
Maintain
and playing,
speed and
like,
course for contraband
curious
search.
to
No
see
contraband detected.
when the
You may
Command & Conquer
proceed.
Remaster comes out.
Will it be as punishing?
Well, no. Well, there's one Red Alert mission that is the absolute hell on earth. That's the interior mission when you have to go disable the nuclear silos.
Oh,
you
yeah.
only have so many engineers and gunners, and you're going to the Soviets, and they have the dogs, and it's really a pain in the ass to do.
I mean, here's the thing, though.
But you feel great when you beat it.
Yeah, I have played thousands of Wing Commander missions. Many I will not ever even remember. But Kurosawa 2,
Yep.
the fact that I tried until I could manage it,
Yep.
that makes it stick in my head.
Oh yeah.
It feels like a rewarding experience because it was hard.
Yep.
And you don't
Today you don't get that same
that everywhere.
I mean, sure, like I've played Halo a zillion times, but everybody just remembers like the Warthog gun at the end, which is a fun way to end the game, certainly, but and you can try it a bunch of times, but you know what? It auto saves for you along the way, so you're mostly just concerned with driving as opposed to the old games where you forget to say like I think the most punishing of all are the old Sierra games where it's like you didn't look at that leaf on screen 2 when you're at the end of the game. Well, you can't beat the game now.
I mean, honestly, that's just bad.
Well, that was back. Yeah, I mean, at the same. That also reminds me like the first time I did Knights of the Old Republic, and I got all the way to the final battle where it's Revan versus Malik, and I had never bothered to get the. It was whatever one allows you either to block their powers or absorb it or whatever, so that way you can just like take all Malik's hits and then dish it back to him. So I literally had to almost restart the game to then get that power because it's almost impossible to beat him without it.
Fight back! There is no honor in slaughter!
Yeah, it's not going well. Okay, let's try that again.
How about try them in a different order? Try the navs in a different order.
Well, sounds like we have 2 killer navs.
Yeah, well,
Go up there to 1 first. Let's see if we can get the kill out of the.
Be real. I would recommend to you. Like, actually, I'm gonna look real quick for you. I really think that it's worth it getting a very simple. So there's a quick Google. The most basic Thrustmaster USB joystick is $25. Logitech's is $34. So I would recommend grabbing one of those. They're real simple. They already have the pre-order out for the F-18 grip, $230. We'll have to do that soon as well. We'll take something off Thrustmaster Mountain and set it up.
I have gained another slave in the afterworld.
Yeah, I would recommend that for your laptop you get. Because that's what actually... It's funny. The Logitech I have, I actually got it from... and Popsicle Pete, this is when I make his hair, remaining hair out. Now, this was back when I was testing standoff and my desktop was 100 crap. And my laptop was 100 crap. But my laptop had a slightly better video card than that desktop, so I used to test standoff on that with basically everything turned down as almost low as possible so it would have a decent frame rate. But that joystick got me through a lot of hell. And now it still works. She's definitely got some drift, I've noticed, starting to build,
Your
but
death will honor my name.
Actually, one of the things, if you turn off the voiceover, it will give you those numbers instead before you sell your ship and your components. Because it can calculate it because it's not it doesn't have to record 9742575 credits.
Try that in Super Wing and it's not.
It doesn't work.
It's not a good thing.
Yeah, no, they're not the fucking company, so. But at the same time with one of those, you can kind of very quickly turn voice on and off to do that. So if you really want to know those numbers, or you could just get a buttload of money and never have to worry about it. Just know you got plenty of cash. That's like whenever, before I start Righteous Fire, I always try to make sure I get close to 1 million credits as possible, so that way I can just upgrade my Centurion the second I get there.
I don't know if you guys see what I'm doing here, but I'm running away.
Yeah.
Because you don't actually have to kill them, you just have to hit the nav point, which I managed to do while they were distracted.
This might be when he starts to break. Oh no, he's never burning. hanging right at that 5,000.
It's chasing us.
He is chasing us, yes. But yeah, you know, sometimes guessing your price, you know, part of the thing.
I lured him to a confed group that's now battling them.
Yeah, you know what? Now you are, now you're thinking. Yes, but yeah, if you turn, like I said, yeah, if you turn the voiceover like who said, you can get those back. I'd like to have it. Then you just lose that guy's sweet, sweet serenading sales pitch to you, though. So it's up to deciding what you want to lose.
Unfortunately, well, it's a matter of turning off sound entirely, so you will want to turn it back on, but you can turn it off, have the conversation, and then come back.
Yes, yeah.
Because there's an option to disable sound, and there's one to disable music. And,
yes, so all sounds will be disabled, yes. Yeah. But again, I think the easier thing is to just make a ton of money, and then you don't worry about it as much. I will say I've never played Privateer without the sound on, so until you had mentioned it a few shows ago, I didn't even know you could do that. And I just kind of BS guessed it. Was like, yeah, I got a few 100,000 credits, will be fine. And then you're like, ooh, look how much I have left to do stuff with. And it's kind of a treat. It's almost like an extra challenge. You know? That's one of those things I really... The extra kick it gives you, especially some of the learning curves. You know, there was a lot of games in the 90s that were really good, but they were also absolutely brutal learning curves. Where you lost a lot of players at first because of that. But then once you mastered it, it was absolutely...
I've escaped the Godly, but I've got 2 Drothy on my tail.
Well, man's got problems. Man's got problems. You know?
Notice how my shields automatically dump a level to keep me at afterburners when I get close. Oh, look, there's a whole Confed force battling the Drothy now.
This is some real open world shit going on here now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And it's funny is it's like I'd say, hey, you should go look and turn and look at them. Like, now you have to. Now you have to buzz them.
Keep your eyes peeled for trouble.
Militia. Oh, let's see. Yeah, we can even watch.
Yeah, we can watch this battle on our
MFEs. Okay, it's the militia. Futzing around, not doing anything. Okay, well I guess they're not going to keep their nose from our quad since they just bailed on you. They were really bad militia.
They were bad militia.
They were bad. I believe that's what the British said about us.
What are you talking about? We're a well-regulated militia.
That's true. That is true. Buzzing along. This is one of the things about the Orion is that this is supposed to be the bounty hunter ship. But 2 guns, 1 missile. It's like
it's not good at bounty hunting.
No, it's like you have 1 tied behind your back. You know, and not even that. It's like after that one, the other hand you have out, it's got 3 fingers smashed. Because I mean, a Tarsus does have better missiles. I have absolutely no idea what 34 PIM stands for in terms of that. I think that's somebody trying to make a...
It may be an actual star. Check Google, see if there's a 44-B-1M out there.
I figured it was... okay. Well, it brings up a whole lot of cable slippers. Well, PIM-1 is something. 44... There's something about cancer? 44 KDA PIM1. I don't know. I'm gonna guess no. Does it sound better than no, it does not.
What's the question?
If it sounds better than, your classic, here's R44257-2.
Oh.
No, it's no R2D2.
I'm now being chased by pirates and killer, I think.
What I love is that this is another way to play this game, though.
Absolutely.
Right? You don't have to just power blast all these people. Instead, you can run. Run like a giant coward. That's what he's doing right now, running like a giant coward.
Huge coward.
Like a giant coward. I'm saying this for the sword.
No, I'm definitely a coward.
Yes, with that much crap, yeah. And you have no turret to even kind of click back at them.
But even then, you
would not
can't do
be
the
smart.
turret because you will lose your...
Yeah, you can't... you can afterburn. You can't... But if you fire, then it's going to take all your gunpowder away.
So, we hope you're enjoying this very slow look at the New Constantinople system.
This is a very, very slow tour of the New Constantinople system.
I wonder if you can piss off everyone in the game, then go to one of the super big systems, get everybody chasing you, and just have one giant game-breaking...
You probably...
How's it going,
could
friend?
if you tried to... If you load up a bunch of stuff. Right now we are rocking, engine level 3, shield level 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to have an engine level 5, because that is really the one reason to have one of these suckers.
Yeah. What I really love is, you need to have the hand on the stick at any
I just wanted to lock, that may have been my undoing, but I wanted to lock onto one so I could track it as I do this.
It's going to be worse when you show up in Constantinople and there's 45 fighters waiting for you.
Yeah.
And then a stiletto to help.
There was a paradigm when it took off, which should still be there, so...
Oh, there you go.
We may get these guys all back for a
That'd be fun.
very big show.
I don't see a lot of the paradigms doing stuff except floating there. Definitely a lot of floating.
Once I get that engine level 5, though, we'll do that first plot mission.
Yeah, I think that's a very good.
Enemy near. I love having two VDUs. It's such an improvement over the Tarsus.
Yes.
Being able to change them both, set them to what you want, especially for this particular case.
Yes, right here, And it's fun because you get to watch how fast they're afterburning and then going back and then afterburning. Oh, they actually might be braking. Oh, no, here he comes again. Because sometimes they'll just brake. You can get lucky. But in this case, I think because they're all mission, they are very good. Riding around in an automobile. With our 17 gigantic engine. Slowly taking us. Love the music.
It's amazing music. I love it.
The atmosphere with it, and it's so and the best thing is that it's so distinctly different from the other games that immediately you're like, oh, this is the warm, comforting feeling of Privateer. You immediately realize that you're in a different part of the world. Yeah. And you can't, and think about it when you're not in the military part of the game, like, this is the music you want to hear, too. Those little beats that just let you know. It's funny,
you're finished,
every
flyboy.
Friday morning afterwards, when I'm starting to do work, I turn the stream on to listen back to us to make sure
better clear out.
how amazing we
Trouble's
are.
brewing.
And see what ridiculous things we have said. And yeah, this is a great part of listening to this.
Alright,
Here we go.
Constantinople.
Some bounty hunters that are...
Got a bounty hunter playing escort for us.
I'm not... Well, do you know if there's anything afterlife aside from another slave after death?
Yeah, there's some references to. In fact, we talked last week a little bit in book club about Bearju Kaga's questioning whether or not he would be reunited with his loved ones in the afterlife. We had the Kilrathi ambassador who suicide bombed
very much
human
like
base.
Yeah, it's like paradise after.
Yeah, it's this concept of the people you killed will be your slaves in the next world, and you'll be reunited with your loved one. It's just like Christianity, basically.
Yeah, it's a very I feel like Fortune might be pulling a little things from Imperial Japan as well. Although in the era he wrote those, Islamic terrorism was kind of at a quiet. Well,
it's more of a movie thing than
a quiet moment at that point, since all the hijacking of the '70s were obviously people's back of their minds, and then 9/11 and the other things.
Now entering an automatic landing.
This isn't that kind of calm.
Oh look, we doubled our money. We doubled our money to do the landing.
That's perfect. 64K. All right.
Nice.
And then you're back in one piece.
I am. No damage to speak of, I don't believe.
Yeah, just a lot of some engine time. That's about it.
Yeah.
Just some engine time. But yeah, those books are written in the early to mid 90s, so before Al Qaeda really started to kind of make itself known again with
I don't think it's especially.
No, it's although if you read it today, the thing that jumps out to you is it sounds like Islam. It's like, oh, this is paradise after here's your 40 virgins after you kill all these people. But yeah, that's not what I mean. Fortune today probably would say that, but not so much when he did that.
All right.
Yep. We're trying them all. What we got?
Okay. Retroactivity.
8,000 to defend a base. That's not bad.
That's not. Oh no,
it's retro, so it's talons.
That's easy.
Yeah, 8K for talons. That's all day.
Yeah. Well, I will take this one too. So.
All right.
Do 2 quickies.
What else? I would save.
I did save.
All right.
And I've learned now, do not save before you take the missions in case the missions are undoable.
That's right, yes. In case, and this is a great thing.
Prepare to be searched.
About this.
Maintain speed and course. No contraband detected. You may proceed.
Thinking that you suddenly see, ooh, look it, there's a defend base for like 40,000 credits, and then it's in Ferris.
And accept our righteous
and it's
judgment.
You can't it's very difficult to jump there.
And it's some gigantic battle on an asteroid field, so yeah. Alright, so we have 63K. Our goal is what you wanted what? The engine?
What is it, 150?
150, okay. Along there. Maybe we should after this move systems as well.
Definitely, I would variety.
Yeah, I was gonna say you probably need Constantinople for the host. I think if we were smart, we'd find a system that has like 4 jump points or 4 nav points and just controls there all day.
You know what? It figures that out. It prevents you from doing that by giving you much less money when you control a small system.
Okay.
So like, but Perry or New Constantinople can give you up to 15K for a patrol.
It's like 7 right now.
Yeah. In fact, one of my favorite ways to get money back in the day, how I paid for my original Centurion, was doing the Perry loop over and over. I would just take 3 patrols, Perry, Perry, Perry. Thrust and Perry.
Thrust. Yep.
Well, I'm a thrust master.
That's yes. I believe if there are anything who call himself a true thrust master, you are certainly Emperor. You have the limited edition. I don't even know where it went. That was very important. It's somewhere it's part of Thrustmaster.
I put it both in the closet.
He is firing a Tachyon. He has dual Tachyons because they are the best best gun in the game in terms of damage, range,
damage
price.
to energy use. Yeah.
They're what you want.
You're finished, flyboy.
Unless you can somehow find an ancient alien species that you can borrow them and turn in their weapon. Maybe that might be better, but until then, What's funny is even when I can't hear it through your headset, but my brain is playing the sounds, boom, 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 like all the sounds that it makes. It's not the impact. Yes, they're attacking.
When I do a cargo run somewhere after this, like, I'll go back to the base and I'll accept a cargo run.
Alright, let's see what the
Like from New Constantinople to somewhere.
Wow. So, I know this is right up your alley, but art dealer,
Yeah.
is the most profitable run.
I just realized what New Constantinople was a reference to, and we're idiots for not figuring it out. It's Strike Commander.
Yeah, they already mentioned that in chat. We talked about that. Yeah,
Oh, I missed that completely. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's Strike Commander in Istanbul.
Yeah. So apparently the most profitable run.
Damn, you're ripping me apart.
Is running art to a pleasure planet.
Running what to a pleasure planet? Oh, art.
Art, just art. Yeah. Just art. I mean, if there's liquor or something, I would bring that too. But it also is because it's also furs. I feel like too, right? Well, that's one of the version. Oh, the pirates
Cool pirate costumes. Press pirate ladies. You know, all the good reasons.
But apparently artwork is the big, let's see, New Constantinople. Oh, okay, I can see how that would work. So art should be anywhere from 80 to 100 on base. At a pleasure, it's 100 to 150.
Is there a pleasure in XXN 1927?
There's one very close to New Constantinople, but I don't know if it's XXN or if it's, find XXN because it's really easy. Let's see here. Yes, Jolson. Oh no, Jolson. Yeah, Jolson's a pleasure planet. Yep.
All right, so
Also has a refinery too.
cool.
So if there's, we'll see what's in there. We'll do a little price comparison.
Now entering
All
an
I do is
automatic
remake
landing.
drugs. Run those drugs.
75K, halfway there.
Whoa! Yes, the playtester's guide is so helpful as I look at it. All right, we got
Games, movies, artwork. Do you think I want artwork?
What is it?
It's going for 97.
And it will push at pleasure. I mean, yeah, because at worst it'll be 100. At best it'll be 150. So
Okay.
there's some potential.
All right, I'm totally loaded with artwork.
Totally. All right. Well, apparently we're art dealers now. Yes.
Yay.
Yes, I'm sure the Jolson pleasure is probably named after good old Al Jolson. Nobody knows the first talkie. That's okay. It's not one you want to go back on. It would make students lose their minds when I played it in class. They're like, is that a white? I'm like, yes, that is a white man and called blackface. Not just any blackface, but Sambo blackface.
Was the jazz singer?
Yes.
Which Chris Roberts referred to Wing Commander 2 as the jazz singer of computer games in those old interviews because it was the first talkie.
I mean, he's not
wrong.
He's not wrong, but I mean,
it's no longer politically correct.
It's not. Well, I mean, in terms of ridiculous, I mean, the jazz singer, at least the blackface has a point in the movie. It's not
Could
like
be a friendly
John
tip.
Wayne as Genghis Khan, which is just straight up being assholes. So,
well, you know what? Who is there to offend who is in support of Genghis Khan?
I believe the Mongols are quite protective of him.
Okay. I remember that.
I think, well, his tomb is one of those great mysteries of East Asia. Yeah. But anyways, back to Privateer.
I just helped a Tarsus defend that base.
Oh, well, isn't that sweet?
And none.
Actually, here, I will ask him. So what happens in privateer if you don't have the money to land? You know, the 50 credits.
That's a good question. I'm not sure.
I don't know if that's ever. I mean, because you don't. I mean, that would be
Very difficult to get there, but possible.
You'd have to start the game and then just spend all your money on everything and then try to land. You're not taking a mission.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't. It must do. I don't know. It must.
Now, is there anything I could buy at a pleasure planet that they'll want somewhere else?
Prepare to be
Oh
searched.
yeah.
Maintain
Yeah,
speed
sex
and
sells
course.
everywhere, baby.
No contraband detected. You may proceed.
You can do the most profitable
Keep
one.
your
Is that what
eyes
we're looking
peeled for
here?
trouble,
Yeah,
Ace.
what they
All right.
Wow.
So, how do I put this politely? There is nothing. Just so you know, pleasure
Now
is the
entering
only
an automatic landing.
base on the profitable runs chart that has all X's.
Ooh.
New Constantinople has all X's save one. Art to a pleasure.
137.
That's pretty
not
good.
So bad.
But what we got here? We got
Okay, it's good.
furs, meh. Furs or pirates.
Birds, games, movies.
All right, movies and games. Let me check those.
Games are going for pretty cheap here. 20.
20. Okay.
Who would buy a box of Origin games other than me and Joe Gary?
Games are good for a mining base, and then the other was movies.
Movies, yeah.
Movies are good. Well, movies don't seem to be good anywhere.
All right.
Um,
Well, how about I buy a bunch? Is there a mining base anywhere nearby?
Yes, if you're in XXN, there should be one if you jump back to 119CE.
All right, I'll take those.
Let me double. No, hold on. There's nothing there. Your nearest mining base. Troy. What else you got? You're doing this now, right?
And base.
Games are actually really not really a horrible commodity.
Do they want them at Perry at all?
Games?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to make more money. They're 20.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. The only place they sell more than that would be a mining base. Basically, games are horrible to buy at Pleasure Planet because they brought them out into
Alright, I'm gonna find an asterisk.
basically, Pleasure Planet is better for selling drugs too. Although it's funny, Brilliant Slaves and Ultimate are really high profit runs. Tobacco and Plaything, not so much. Which I don't know if Plaything is ever actually a profitable run anywhere. Oh, that's true. Games is our sponsor this evening. That was stupid. We were just crapping all over our sponsor. Well, there goes that money. Damn it. Damn it. It's Jolson and Joplin. Yeah, you can see what they're going with some of these.
The two main singers.
Yeah, let's actually see. And I think if you go through a lot of these, you'll see that there are. You can see what they're trying to do. Valhalla has the base Valkyrie. Castor, which I'm not sure if I understand the reference, is Castor something from Star Trek?
No, it's Castor from Roman mythology.
Oh, because it is Castor and Romulus.
Yeah, the formation of the Roman Empire.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, I was thinking.
Now entering an automatic landing
with the
zone.
Pyrenees and the Basque. Right, of course, the Basque being part of the Pyrenees region. KM252 Is that something with Superman?
Yes. So I have just got to take a quick break. I will be right back in 1 moment.
Oh, you're right. Wait, so KM5, is that like, what's it called?
Back to our, Alright, sorry about that, folks.
That's weird. Sorry. Motherfunker. My chat's all foobarred. Or they're about to get a whole bunch of messages from me in a second. Oh, is that why? Let's see here. Alright, let's try it. Anyways, to answer your question, Sebastian. Non-jump cable fighters, they would be delivered to the front in a few different ways. In End Run, they talk about how one of the main ways is they're simply crated. Right, so fighters are built at the factory, not fully assembled in the crates, and then those are shipped to the carriers, and then they spend hours and hours reassembling them. One of the things that we see in End Run is that the Tarwa and its sister ships, they're designed to help speed up that process, where their job is literally to take wings and squadrons and go out to the front, take those fighters and give them to the large carriers, and then go back to the rear, load up again. And that's just what happened during the Second World War with a lot of the escort carriers from the United States. They would help bring fighters and bombers to the front lines so that you wouldn't have to, do stuff like take them out of the crates and spend hours
Just arrived, have you?
assembling them.
Then you haven't
testing
heard the
them, all of
latest
those things.
beastly affair. Seems the innocent
As a major job of carriers like the Victory, those
He
behind the
eliminated
lines
diplomatic
carriers that are
party
not
in Matahari. 10
frontline
men.
material anymore,
Foreign.
while from
I
ferry
hear this was
fighters
done to
to
stall negotiations
Yeah.
combat
with
sites.
Yeah,
prolonging the labor
if,
dispute. What do you
if a
think?
carrier's not doing something, it may do just that. That's where famously during World War II, the USS Wasp twice delivered Spitfires to Malta, where Churchill gives his quote to sends back to FDR. Who knew that a wasp couldn't sting twice?
Churchill and FDR both seem insufferable.
Yeah, well, one of my favorite things was, for students was playing we'll fight them on the beaches. Because, the way Churchill says that is so British, we'll fight
You're
them in the
finished,
hills
flyboy.
and in the streets. We shall never surrender our island. It's just like, listen to a boring lecture.
3 sheets to the wind, but
Yes, there's one point in that where you're definitely like, wait, did he just swallow his tongue? Because he's like, well, in other things, we'll fight the Germans, whoever they should be. And you're like, wait a minute, what did you just do? Yeah, because students would call it on that. Where, you picture an American president, like President Whitmore. He'd be yelling that.
This crate's about to
megaphone.
explode!
I reckon we could use a man like President Whitmore again.
Yes. Well, first term President Whitmore, not that pansy we got in the second one.
No one remembers that movie.
Thank God.
I really want to see Godzilla and Men in Black is out this week. Both are supposed to be pretty bad, but
Yeah,
both franchises where I enjoy a night at the movies.
Yep.
I like things that are terrible.
Solo.
Yeah.
I was like, well, that wasn't good. And then since then, I haven't. There's been nothing that's really kind of grabbed me, or it's stuff I'm like, we should go see this, and it's only in there for a day. Like I thought, Saving Private Ryan would be in for a few more days, not 2 days before D-Day.
Oh, look at that damaged Tarsus.
Ooh, what the?
I saved a Tarsus.
That has its core.
How's it going, friend?
It's that guy too. Hey, guy. It's whatever the cost may be. We shall never give up our island. We shall
We
fight
got
them
this
in
sector
Makita
bottled
and
tight,
at Monroe and at Vuka and Sirius and Warsaw.
Maintain speed and course for contraband search. No
I will walk
contraband
down the
detected.
hall and lose
You may
my
proceed.
arm. I don't have any other lines left to make fun of, so I don't remember.
So is anybody out there in the chat world? What are you
Yeah,
folks
they're all
doing this weekend?
They're going. We've got Godzilla was fun. More action than the previous film. The previous one I felt like was really dark.
I enjoyed the recent American Godzilla. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, it's just really dark, but it's just like it was hard to see some stuff. Although that was also one of those great. It's one of those movies that I love in the fact that it's like, hey, look at Bryan Cranston's in this, and then Bryan Cranston's dead in the first 10 minutes. You know, that always. I feel like the movie that did that the best was the horrible Steven Seagal, Kurt Russell vehicle executive action.
You know what's a fantastic surprise Bryan Cranstoning is from the Earth to the Moon, where he plays Buzz Aldrin.
What?
He's so good as Aldrin.
Huh. Interesting.
My favorite Bryan Cranston things is back in the. You remember the early IMDb where there was a message board on each. It wasn't even early. It was mid
Sort
IMDb.
of. Like early aughts, as they call them.
Yeah, and like you would go to early aughts, and like you would go to the Natalie Portman one, and it would be like a bunch of like guys from like Turkey, like I love you, Natalie. Please write back to me, and so on. But there was one for like a short film that Bryan Cranston had made. This was back when he was just the guy from Malcolm in the Middle, and some typical internet guy was like, I saw this, and he's tearing it a new one, and then he replies, this anonymous message was like, I respect your opinion, but I disagree. I did this and this and this. It was like, wow, this is the politest anyone has ever been to an obnoxious internet troll for one thing, and kind of cool that he cares. Of course, once you show people that you care, then they take advantage of you.
Then they care too much for you. Yes. Yeah.
And From the Earth to the Moon is getting a Blu-ray release shortly. Finally, after many years.
Interesting.
I love that miniseries. It was the first of the Tom Hanks, Steven Spielberg HBO miniseries, and it gets forgotten because, well, it's not on streaming, and the Private Ryan was just so good. Better Brothers. But Earth to the Moon is really entertaining look at the history of the Apollo project with Bryan Cranston.
Yeah. I wish they would do, and I know they'll never end up doing this, but I wish they would do, how do I say it? Not a better Pacific. Like, I like the Pacific a lot.
Pacific's just dry a little bit. You don't connect with the characters the way you do in Band of Brothers.
Yeah, because it's because they're taking two very famous memoirs and then a very famous person. Helmet for My Pillow by Robert Leckie is an incredible story of the Pacific War, and With the Old Breed is another just classic breed from the Pacific. And you have John Basilone, who's just an American badass,
like Toby Keith.
Yeah, where the problem is that I see why they picked the three of them, because they are in sort of similar, Leckie, Basilone, and Sledge are all at Guadalcanal at the same time, but then their stories start, and they never interact and overlap.
Yeah, it's one of those things, like, it's so well made that it gets by on that, but you don't quite connect with the characters.
No, and you don't quite connect, I feel like, with the context of the events. When they show, like, the Battle of Savo Island and that, they have Robert Leckie and his guys, they're watching from a hill and screaming because they think those explosions are all Japanese ships. And it's not until the next morning when they see all the sailors' bodies that they realize they were cheering for the deaths of Americans. And they never explain that enough, where that's kind of how it happened, but not, like it needs a little more context, which is I think what was often missing, and that made me sad. It's also very, very effed up in terms of the combat. My ex-girlfriend, we stopped watching because
she was on Guadalcanal.
Yeah, well, she was like, she could take a lot, but she's like, I'm having like nightmares of what we've seen because there are several scenes in that are pretty disturbing. She never got to the one when they're at Peleliu and Fubar, or no, it's not Fubar, Snafu is throwing the pebbles into the brain pan of the dead Japanese guy, which I think that may have been a bridge too far for her. Final Countdown to be a military film. When I think of Final Countdown, I just think it's the Final Countdown. 108,000. We're doing well.
Yeah, we're doing pretty well.
I've been trying not to pay too much attention, just looking a little bit, because, you know, this is one of those zone settings where we just need to turn and burn. I do not know which Final Countdown you're referring to.
The movie where the Enterprise goes back in time. Not Star Trek 4, but...
Oh, is that the
it goes to Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, the F-14s at Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what I consider that movie, to be honest. It's a movie.
These are all trouble, so I'm gonna... Well, you know, Magdalene system...
Is there a bunch of... You've been getting that a lot.
I think I saw 2 Magdalenes.
So, yeah, if he gets in that, and then look what it is.
I mean, it can't be that far, because they're not super high-paying ones. Magdalene the Padre system, okay.
No, I don't want by type.
Maintain speed and course for contraband search.
Okay, just 2 jumps. So I go to 119 CE and then up to Padre.
Oh, it's a dead end. Gotcha. Yep.
No contraband detected.
Yeah, it's a pleasure
you may
planet.
proceed.
And that's it. It does have a ship dealer though, at least, so you can.
Nice, because I need to.
Yeah, you can rest easy on that.
Although I guess I didn't use any of my Imrex in my last run, so I'm actually kitted out now.
I mean, and this is also a point if you wanted to do a quick run, you could also go down to Pentonville, grab some drugs, and then run back. That's true, because you're right there. So far, smuggle some goods. Oh, we have some pirate. Yeah, I mean, pirate bases. I wish there was like. They just need like one unique mechanic for them. Like nothing crazy to ensure you have like the drug. You have the drug smuggling and all the other stuff, but you do need.
Looking sharp, mate.
There needs to be something. There needs to be like a one thing. It's like Pleasure Planets. They try to get away with boobs, which it works for a bit. But...
Maintain speed and course for contraband
like
search. No contraband detected. You may proceed.
I mean, I do like at least for the pirate bases, they at least do it at different tiers than the mining base. They give it like a slightly. It's lower res, but that gives you the feel of it like a crappier, more rundown base, so it feels like a pirate base.
I mean, my fantasy would be to take the guys who did this game, give them their same technology, 2 years, but infinite disk space.
Oh yeah.
What would they come up with?
No, you know what? I would not know. I would still limit them because I feel like that's where you get those real moments of genius. You know, if you never worry about space or memory or things like that, I feel like you lose
on the next
part
run.
of the trade craft that goes into some of this. You know, because when you're forced to make some of those interesting decisions, is where you then we have to do this. Let's come up with a solution that then gives us that same play factor, that same element. Where today it's just like all they do is.
Now entering an
But I would love to say, okay, same resolution, same tech for Privateer, but you're building more bases, you're building more blah blah.
Yeah. Instead, give them, you know, here.
Hey, look, 22.
There you go.
I made 2 credits in each one. There we go.
You get up to 221,000.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I feel like so they just came on. Give them like a whole CD-ROM. So what's that? Like a full, so 650 megs?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that would be pretty amazing, since this is what, 3.5 floppies? Or 3.5s, or 4 3.5s, or whatever the hell it is?
4 3.5.
4 3, yes, whatever you said. So that's what, like 14 megs?
I'm out of money. I got the engine upgrade.
All right, hey. Well, now it's time to really start making some cash. Yeah, I'd say let them fill a CD. I think that basically a CD for them is limitless space, though. I mean, when you're going from a few floppies of like less than 20 megs and you have 650. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. See, is there anything to New Detroit get you right there to start the plot, or?
Let's see. Korathi missions. Good system. New Detroit. Korathi encounters possible. That doesn't sound good.
No, this is for 6,800.
But I can run past them. Let's see what the merchant man has for us first.
Just cigars.
Load of plaything to Wickerton base.
Hey, we need porno. We need it now.
Speak in the junction system.
That's not bad. It's close. Oh, there's another one. Those might be good.
But they're different. They can't take
Oh,
both.
shit. Are they?
Yeah.
Detroit.
New Detroit. Artwork.
All right. Hey.
You know what? Let's take that Korathi mission.
Oh, yeah?
Let's save the game and then take that
there
Korathi
you
mission.
go. That's good thinking. I like it. I like where your head's at. I definitely like where your head's at. That's good.
Base defense right here. No, does New Detroit want anything we have here?
Your Pleasure Planet?
Yeah, do they want
Plaything?
movies or plaything?
I
don't think they do.
Give me, what 21?
21 for movies,
Yep.
and 24 for plaything.
Detroit. Skip that one. Plaything.
The plaything's not good anyway, you said.
It's only good at
New Detroit.
No. Pleasure Planet, it goes from 20 to 40. And then it's 20 to 25 at the minor base, and then full. So it's very low. Pirate base is only have 2 minutes. Apparently you can pick up a porno at Pirate base and then ship it somewhere.
Now, here's the wonderful thing about this engine upgrade is I can afterburner and I can shoot forever.
Privateer map already is part of the expanded. You look at the Wind Prophecy Universe map. It has the Gemini sector and shows its relative position. Basically, it's the most forward sector of the front. At the top of the map, right? So it's, towards the core of the Milky Way, where Repleta, Grosvenor, Landreich, they're all at the, I don't know, armward? I don't know what you call it. Spinward part of the front sector.
But, producer, note that down. We'll take a look next week. We can bring up the prophecy map and we can show you where this is all taking place.
Yeah, where it connects to and how it jumps out.
Yep.
Yep.
And we'll show you what's missing.
Nothing like put a few rounds through somebody and then say, hey, one of you buddies? Yeah, jerk.
Yeah, rip your ring off. Sure,
Well-
after what they've done to me, it's fine.
Yeah. Well, sure, we'd all love to be able to jump around the entire Confederation in our Tarsus or Orion or Centurion, but Privateer limits us just to Gemini.
Gotta jump around.
Yep. Jump up, get down. House of Pain system. We're going there next.
Maintain speed and course for contraband search.
no problem. Okay, we want to go to XXN and then New Detroit. Easy enough.
No contraband detected. You may proceed.
There's checking Discord. 11,004 credits.
You're about to suck void, buddy.
Looking sharp, eh? You're a loose end looking to be tied, pal.
I didn't
Listen to the
see you
skill
and
involved
you're
in that,
blind.
right?
Got
That
it?
rap. That's why you take typing class, kids.
Looking sharp, eh?
I did take a typing class in high school
Looking
because I
sharp,
was
eh?
Required to?
no, because I was lazy. But I learned to type much younger playing CR games.
Oh, yeah.
And I still do 130, 140 words a minute. I really learned to type playing CR games.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I had to take typing class in high school, which I'm sure I've told this story a billion times, but my teacher got very mad at me because my words per minute were rather obscene because instead of typing the sentence over and over again, I Control-C, Control-V, Control-C, Control... And eventually, I was doing it too fast, where she's like, yeah, there's no way you can type that fast. And I was like, shit. I had to start typing everything. So. Yeah, it's one of those things that on my trip, I have a buddy who... I've never even seen him use a computer, so it's funny when he like talks about trying to use stuff, and I'm like, I can't even imagine how you type. It's got to be obscene, like watching you finger point. And he's like, I use like my thumbs too, and sure, like I don't even think about it.
Coward.
Oh, there he is. There's Kilrathi.
Kilrathi. But this should work out okay.
I feel like I did have to use a typewriter at one
Now
point.
entering an automatic
Had all
landing
Apple
zone.
TVs, when I was there, or they just gotten them, so no actual typewriter.
And again, look at these incredible animation
swings.
cycles.
And everybody, New Detroit.
Okay, and we must have made some money there.
Yeah, 31,533.
Okay, should we start this plot? You guys ready to start the plot?
We're at 2 hours and 20 minutes of the program,
Okay.
so yeah, 1 or 2 plot missions may be good.
All right.
Because then, we also after this we just
Welcome
have
to New
do a
Detroit.
Small
You
cargo
look like
bag.
a man who's hungry
Yep.
for work.
Yeah.
Among
So
other
yeah, let's
things,
do like 1 or
you
2
hiring?
missions on this. That's
Indeed,
good.
I am. A simple delivery of iron. Strictly legit.
I've heard that song before, Mr.
Sandoval. Ernesto Sandoval.
Then I'll be your pilot.
Doesn't look like
You'll
an
be running a
Ernesto.
load of iron to the Liverpool
Well, I mean,
refinery in Newcastle,
I don't know.
which is just
I
a
like
short
his
jump
hair,
from
though.
here.
He's got, like,
No
a lot
contraband,
going
no
on for
hassle.
not much,
Just dock
you
at the station.
Kind of a
My
Dale
people will pick
Gribble
up the
look
cargo.
to him.
Afterwards,
Well, he's got the
return
2
here for your
skunk lines,
payment.
which are aggressive because they're not,
15,000
mixed.
Interested?
It's just straight up gray, and then he has 2 giant
Sure,
runways.
why
on the
not?
hair
I could use the credits. What about an
I do not
advance?
believe privateerism
Will this do?
unless you went
What
to
is it?
Google
Some sort
this
of
now.
sculpture?
This thing. What's
Alien
this
artifact.
thing?
Extremely valuable.
Oh, we did a second
Soon
about
I'll
it
be
recently. You
selling
know what
it
that
for
thing
a
is.
considerable sum. In the meantime,
Still.
I'll let you hold onto it as collateral.
In other words, it's hot, and you want to distance yourself from it.
For a while.
It's
If
funny
you'll
how
just
different
hold
their
on to it
faces
for
look
me.
too. Like his looks
Just
much
for this
more
run,
warm.
I'll
and
pay you a bonus of
a
5,000 when you
little bit
return.
less sharp.
Fair
Where
enough.
than Grayson,
I
like,
suppose.
it's almost.
Though I'm sure
jarring
I'll
when you
wind
look
up
at him by
regretting this.
comparison.
Go with God.
Well,
my
when you
suspicious
do
friend.
production art like
And
this
hurry
in a
back.
game, it's tiered. So something you're going to see everywhere
They sharpen.
gets so much more work done on it. You know, they might spend 6 weeks doing Grayson's face. Then I don't know what estimates were
Yeah.
like back then, but whereas the Sandoval here, who you have one mission for,
Yeah, you see Sandoval, and
See.
that's it.
so he does not get as much work, and it's just a necessity.
Mm-hmm.
And where does Sandoval want me to go?
I forget.
I'll check my computer.
Is there
To Liverpool Refinery in the Newcastle system. All right. See if there's anything else in Newcastle happening on here. I'm not fighting mercenaries.
Nope.
Defend? No, I'm not doing a patrol right now. No, not fighting mercenaries. Not doing a patrol right now. Not going to Blockade Point Tango anytime soon. Okay, alright, let's just do this one mission. Now, why don't you check the guide and see if there are any enemies that I will have to face in this mission?
Oh,
Are there?
Okay.
You go to new concept. Okay, so
If you want, can you all maybe we're told that the game is a tad loud,
Oh,
but
sorry
not
about
really,
that.
but not that bad. I've been told.
That's my fault. I think
Oh, you did the
then.
clicker.
I
Oh,
did the
that was a
clicker,
change.
yeah.
Okay, yes. So that's what was
Sorry
happening.
about
No,
that.
no, you're good. You're good. They just said it was a tad loud, but I forgot that. I didn't realize that your clicking thing.
Yeah, I've got a
too.
clicker here, so I can.
I didn't
change
realize
it.
that tied to
Frankly, neither did
OBS.
I.
Business treating you well?
Where the hell? Very much. Alright.
Not looking for trouble, eh?
Ernesto Sandoval. Opponents, none created by mission. All random.
You're about to suck void, buddy.
Oh, jeez. I should have filled up with construction equipment, software, weapons, or advanced fuel. I'll get some money, because we don't get paid for
Well, we got the first payment.
No, you don't get anything for this.
I thought he gave us 15 now, and then we never get the other 15.
No. You get promise, but then never. You just get the
we get the
Steltech.
thing.
You get the Steltech artifact, yes. But now we can also start a little light smuggling as well. Because we'll have to end up at Oakham.
Oh, yeah. Our pirate stuff. The plot in Privateer is very difficult because it has a hair trigger. If you lose a mission, you're done. There's no branching at all. So save early, save often. And understand that aspect of.
Well, the only branching you can do is when you take time off from it, and you do random missions or mercenary, those types of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Good to see a friendly ship.
There's the Regula type starbase.
God.
Now entering an automatic landing zone.
It's a space office building right now.
They're outside the room.
Alright. There's anything to do here. Is that Colonel Blair on his vacation?
Yes, that's before. It's because this is he's heading back to Earth because he has to be somewhere during the Battle of Bleep, so that bleep can happen to him.
Very expensive plutonium.
Yes, plutonium is one of those, but plutonium is good only at certain places. Hold on.
I don't think New Detroit wants any of this stuff.
Oh, no, because New Detroit's a refinery, so it might. Hold on.
Well, this is we're going refinery to refinery.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if there's a mission I can take on.
Home appliance. Yeah, there's nothing it wants from there. That's correct. Plutonium, though, is one that it does actually have. Where is it useful? I guess not. Uranium's the one that actually is more useful. But plutonium is insanely expensive, yes. Gems. Anything good?
Yeah, in fact, I just took 2 really good patrols. And I will take that also.
Alright.
Okay, let's patrol this system and then head back to New Detroit.
Yeah, it would be cool if you could do a little bit more exploring of the bases.
If you're smart, you'll watch your back.
I think it's a great release. Here you have 1 CD-ROM, but these are limitations otherwise. That would be a fantastic game. Especially, as long as there's still some limitations, it's still amazing. Even this one's it's simple, but beautiful in its simplicity and complexity. Which is why this is, one that just still gets the hell played out of it to this day.
By us.
Yep.
Business treating you well?
When you can still just futz around it. I mean, you don't have to do anything. You just fly around or whatever if you really wanted to. Some people just enjoy doing that, and you can. Or just becoming a bitch.
Your destruction is the will of God.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that does not look good.
Not for say now.
That's a beautiful rainbow. Oh, see those colors. My goodness, you need to purchase some armor.
So not a good start to our mission.
You've gotten some love taps on our... at this point, our Orion no longer smells like the new spaceship smell. It smells like burnt wires.
I don't think I just damaged every part of the cockpit that you can damage.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't been a little on you about how you've taken our brand new spaceship and managed to beat the hell out of it, but that's all right. This isn't even our ship. We fly a galaxy together in the end. That's what we take when we go places.
There's those jump seats we were talking about.
Yep, there are those not even jump seats. It's just there you go.
It's nav stations.
Producer Michael said, "Smoke means progress."
Smoke means progress. Yeah.
There you go.
That's one of the options you can give to the refinery bases.
Yeah. Just flying around in my beat up automobile. I recycle. That's good. That seems very early 90s.
Or was he taunting the refinery?
How dare you?
Oh, great. I made a mistake out of it.
Die by the very weapons you adore!
Well, that's one of the beauties of privateers. Sometimes you can go up, sometimes you can either halfway up. Oh, that broadsword did a whole lot of nothing. Oh, no, he is shooting. I did see the 3 mass drivers. He's just really, really bad. Oh! He gotcha. He gotcha.
Got me.
I'll watch the replay. Oh. You know what? I have a little sympathy for you because that reminds me of our Armada game. Because you both got it. He got you, except he had one round already on the way that got you. All right.
Let's
start.
If you're
do
smart,
that again.
you'll watch your back.
Yep. I actually like that the droid can't fix everything, though. I think that adds a good element to that.
Yeah, it makes sense. Some of the doubts that your droid is not. It's not R2. It's not going outside your ship.
Yeah, it's just flying around.
Now entering an automatic landing zone.
I'm just gonna let that demon do this. He's got it down.
Deliver us, O Lord, for we are in need.
There's also interesting. What was that? A militia behind you or somebody opening fire?
Yeah, I know it was a demon.
Demon. Yeah.
Welcome to the happy hunting grounds.
Keep your nose clean in my quad. How did you know I've just been to Pentonville? What? Play your cards right.
So satisfying when you hear that hull clunk and you see the armor change. That's
yep. As long as it's their ship and not your own, yes, it's a great sound.
I mean, in a modern game, you would want a dogfight like that to last half that time and just as fast as possible. But there's something to be said.
Yes, there's definitely a a fine line in these games for combat that it's fun and then it turns into it's like, you know, a lot of the reason that World War II
Traitor to
fighter
humanity,
games
feel
really
our
kinda
wrath.
took off is that World War II plane battles are mostly turning battles. You know, so if you don't actually know a little bit about flying and some of the basic maneuvers like scissors and stuff like that, then, well, all you're doing is turning in a circle over and over again, hoping the other guy does something to allow you to close, which isn't really fun. You know, that's why games like IL-2 Stormvik are more popular because you're destroying stuff on the ground, as opposed to flying up against stuff in the air, you know?
But the game that best made me feel like my kills mattered was Wings of Glory, Warren Spector's Real Space Engine World War I. Like, when you really felt like you had mastered something when you could fly your Sopwith Camel.
Yep.
Actually take out an enemy fighter.
Does it have a rather unforgiving flight mechanic?
Very much so.
That's like, yeah, it's like when you were in Seattle for either Chris's wedding or another time, did you ever go up, it's on the second floor of, it's like the World War I and World War II section, and they have the World War I simulators up top, where you fly it, and it's extremely unforgiving in its flight characteristics, and when you move that stick, and it's like, you're in the ground.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah. Those are really fun, but I remember being like, God damn this
Once
thing.
you master that.
Yeah, that's a lot of one of the things about the old games is too, mastering certain things. And now I'm trying to think back to the old games we used to play and what their thing was.
This crate's about to explode.
I think there's so many old games that messed with my mind. I just think a lot of flight sims that sometimes had just today would be egregious learning curves and flight models. They were so punishing. We're just kind of limited. Other flight sims I used to play. That was like, like F-18 or whatever. Fantastic flight game. Love all of it. But it's like, there's surface-to-air missiles and stuff in that. And, you can actually defeat the surface-to-air missiles by flying up to 50,000 feet. Problem is, flying to 50,000 feet takes a long-ass time.
I got my start flying in Battlehawks 1942, the great LucasArts Pacific War game. Nothing like flying a Wildcat through a whole wave of valves.
Yep. Yeah, that's like Hellcats over the Pacific is probably the first Max sim I played, and then after that would have been
Battle of Britain, Battlehawks there.
I would say Chuck's.
Our Finest Hour. I can never remember the name. We never call it Battle of Britain, but it's Our Finest Hour.
Yeah, the thing for Mac, it was definitely. I want to say I feel like there was something before Hellcats, but I don't remember what it was. And Hellcats
just like all different.
And Hellcats, Hellcats is a great, simple, very low resolution, and polygon kind of game.
Now entering an automatic landing zone.
Satisfying doing that, and then although it was funny, like that game I remember, I didn't know for a while.
Oh, no!
Oh, hey!
Oh, talk to Taylor.
Let's hear.
You look just like your picture. Too bad.
After a few drinks, you'll change your mind.
Like me, but we're brother and sister.
Call me Taylor. I used to do business with Sandoval.
I'd rather talk about my face. What's wrong with it anyway?
Nothing, except the police have it plastered all over the hollows. Sandoval is dead, and they want you for questioning. Tough break, but I'm here to offer you work now that you're between jobs. I need you to make 4 special deliveries for me.
By special, you mean risky and illegal.
And lucrative. The first run pays 10,000 credits.
That's lucrative? Thanks, but I got my own leads to follow up.
Right, the artifact. You have it, but you don't know anything about it.
I see.
I could fill you in after you fly my missions. How about it, Captain?
Should I take it?
Of course, Shaker.
Do it.
With the police after me, I could use the trip-off system.
Come on.
Good, but you don't get paid until you finish.
Suits me, so long as you tell me about the artifact now.
After you're done. Now listen, the first mission is easy.
Shut
Your
up,
cargo
Carla.
will be a legal load of plastics. Although your manifest will say
Sorry,
you're running it
there
to
are no
Newcastle,
docking ports at
you'll
this
deviate
starbase
from your
for
course
you,
along the
Grayson.
way and deliver it to Oakham,
Gotta
a
find
hidden
another
pirate
port
base
to
where
call
I
home.
have connections. While you work for me, the pirates will leave you alone. Count on it. Leave your ship unattended, and I'll meet you there in the bar.
Just be sure no one kills you while I'm gone, Taylor. I've got an investment in you, and I mean to collect.
All right, we're headed to a secret pirate base. And she says that the pirates will help us, but it's not true. So check the guide. Let us know.
I think food. So you're at New Detroit. All right.
Oh no, I'm wondering what are they going to throw at us in this mission?
Oh, you wanted that. I thought you wanted to run stuff. Gotcha. Talia A. This, let's see, opponents none created by mission. All are random. All pirates in Pentonville are friendly as long as you work for Talia.
Huh. Let's see if that's actually true.
This mission is fairly easy except for the asteroid field surrounding Oakham.
We know how to deal with that.
When you get close to Oakham, try not to travel faster than 300 kps. The asteroids are actually attracted to you the faster you go.
Not true.
So if you fly at 1,000 kps, expect the asteroids to come flying in. Hey, that's what
Maintain
Deechman
speed
tells
and
me,
course
okay,
for
bro?
contraband search.
That's right.
No contraband
Each
detected.
man has not
You
been
may
private here
proceed.
for as many years as the rest of us, I suppose.
Deech.
One of the great things about that is, you check out the end of that book with all the playtesters. Some familiar faces in there.
Repent and accept our righteous judgment.
Well, I can tell you that Deechman looks like a gentleman who might not know. He looks like a very happy
QA teams are typically made up of Africans. Although by the end of a project, there's pirate nerds.
I like how it's one general. D Starnes look like he should be playing hockey, not. He's got a goatee and mustache, and this is the full party. Hey, don't be sneezing in the cockpit.
It actually interrupted my kill. I lost track because I was going through that pre-sneeze period. So the one... Oh! Well, that's one way to run away with it. Where are we? I'm going to go to 119 CE, so we need to head to...
Probably XXN.
XXN, yeah.
And then down. That'll run.
Let me know if you hit trouble in my quad.
I already hit trouble. Clearly I hit trouble. In your quad.
Yeah, you jerk.
Alright, I went into 119 CE, which is one of these.
Good to see a friendly ship.
Oops. Now, what's
Welcome
interesting is
to the
that
Happy
this
Hunting
obviously was
Ground.
published before Righteous Fire.
Yeah.
So is there a Righteous Fire equivalent guide or anything?
No, they never published anything for Righteous Fire.
Because Righteous Fire has a funkier, well, I don't want to call it branching, but you have options on the order you'd like to do some of the missions in.
You do, but the only guides out there are for...
You'll get to that other wingnuts have been together over the years.
Yeah.
Catch you on the next run.
Or... In fact,
You're clear for
they
click.
typically did not do a separate guide for the add-ons. The one exception...
Not looking for trouble,
Well,
ladies.
the Wing Commander 1 and 2 guide covers secret missions.
Yep.
But I think the Strike Commander got 2 guides. First, a Prima guide that was just the base game, and then the playtester's guide that added... Oh, no, the other way around. Playtester's guide came out day and date with the game, and then Prima did a longer guide that included the tactical operations missions. But Origin Publications worked a couple different ways. Sometimes it would be in partnership with a publisher like Prima or what's the other one, Brady Games. But sometimes they would try to do their own in-house publishing, especially through EA, which included this guy. This is published by Origin rather than an imprint of some other publisher.
Gotcha. Live hard, shoot quick, spend fast. That really doesn't seem like a good motto for life. There's that beautiful artwork on the front though. Classic game piece there with the galaxy flying into Harry.
Now entering an automatic landing zone.
Stilettos flying around.
But the wonderful thing about those guides, especially the playtester's guide, was how they let you in on the Origin culture at the time. You felt like it was something special. It wasn't just a cool game; it was a special game. All right, here we are in Pentonville. There's not much here. Here's Taylor.
What took you so long? Rough day at the office?
Business before banter, Taylor. The money.
Relax. The first installment is right here.
That's better. Now, tell me about the artifact. Why would Sandoval just hand it over if it's so valuable?
Maybe he got a sore neck from watching his back all the time. How's your neck feeling? Getting sore yet?
No, but I don't intend to let you get behind me, Taylor.
Wrong, Ace. I've never whacked anyone for profit. Now your next job is to run a load of brilliance to Hector Mining Base in Troy. The run pays 15,000 credits. Too much for such an easy job, if you ask me.
The Kemet capital ship is almost invincible.
I'll take your word for it. What kind of opposition am I looking at?
Minimal. Maybe a few militia patrols. Nothing you can't handle.
Yeah? And what about all these pirates? What if they get greedy?
While you work for me, no one will hassle you.
Said there may
if
be
you
a
make it
few
back,
towns,
meet me back here in the bar for your pay.
When I get back, Taylor, you better have some
militia
answers.
towns at Nav 3 and Nav 4 in Troy.
This is interesting. I never thought about it, but you don't get a chance to reload anything.
Yep. Yeah, you have to.
You have to head right there.
Yep. So you're going to Hector and Troy, so you've got 6 Talons waiting for you. And Deechman says this mission can be a little tricky, and you'll probably have to load the game back up a few times.
No, I don't think I saved it.
You have to afterburner through the jump points as quickly as possible. There'll be militia and Confederation ships all around trying to destroy you. You got a secret compartment in a couple of missions, so don't even try to fight these guys. Well, thanks for spoiling that, you jerk. Makes you smart. Makes you smart. Bum 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 bum. Apparently there's custom sound for this mission. You seem like you're allowed to you.
Does this make sense? I don't think so. Maybe?
I don't think so. I can't tell.
Well, you're not listening to it.
I'm in the moment, man. I don't have to listen to it. I'm living it, baby. I'm living it. I'm in this Orion sitting back here in this damn jump seat.
So I was gonna build this server on Sunday, and Sunday morning, 10 a.m., I got a call from my dad that my grandmother is moving out of her apartment.
Oh, this was last weekend.
Last weekend, yeah.
Yep.
She's lived for 45 years, and
prepare to be searched.
Apparently,
maintain speed and course.
First thing, so I'm gonna go to Junction, right?
Yep, you gotta go Junction.
Junction,
What's
Pender.
your function?
So I get this call that she's supposed to...
No contraband detected.
No contraband
you
detected,
may proceed.
But I'm full of contraband, aren't I? Okay, that's odd.
Hey, whatever, man. Don't you have the...
No, we don't have the hidden thing yet. You get it as a mission thing.
That paradigm, huh?
Yeah, let's not get too close.
The one time we see a paradigm is one time we want to be absolutely nowhere near it.
So instead of working on the server, I spent the day helping throw away stuff at my grandmother's house while my family sat around screaming at each other. And it was
nice little family reunion.
Yeah.
Well, if you go to a family event, there's nobody screaming. It's clearly not the family's there.
The Douglas Coupland novel called All Families Are Psychotic.
Sometimes
you feel that.
They are. Because you can't choose those situations. You have to sometimes just.
But I got to see my sister, who was here visiting from New York City. She did a bunch of the art for this show, the lower thirds and the logo. She's a superstar publishing.
I'm begging for my life. Just begging for my life.
You're clear for
At
click.
this point, though, I'm not even begging for my life so much as I'm begging for just not to bother me. Let me autopilot.
Forget this neat habit. We got no
Out
problem.
of my way. Boy, good thing you aren't going fast.
Not
Those
looking
asteroids
for
are coming
trouble,
right at you.
Not looking for trouble, Ace.
Oh, don't worry about the shields. He's got them up there. He's all right. He's just,
Oh, you can, because I went down a level?
Yeah, you're all right.
Yeah, but if I want to go up a level, I'm going to have to shut them all the way down. I don't want to do that right now.
Oh! Somebody did not do the...
I did not listen to, what's his name?
The tricks of will. Yep. Yeah.
It happens.
Making our way through Troy today takes everything we got. Getting away with all our money. This brilliant show costs a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away?
Yeah, I wonder what the margin. Why is this? How are they affording this?
Well, I feel
like would it pay me $15,000? I've run drugs not for pirates, and it was more drugs, and the margins were way slimmer.
Well, because sometimes that's how stuff works, I guess. So a guy's shipment, and that's how much they're paying for. Cause it's,
Prepare to be searched. Maintain speed and course.
Sound good?
Contraband detected.
Yeah, no, there's-
All
you have
units
6.
close and terminate.
You'll have 6 pounds on them. 3 at nav 3, and then 3 at nav 4. You go through that one.
No, I just outright refuse to fight.
Yep.
Wait, the militia. I don't want to kill militia. I don't want to kill combat.
This weird says 0 special. I think it just says 0.
Of the 0 special is the artifact.
Oh, mission, and then mission cargo is the mission
cargo is the
yeah. It's not always the most clear, or the clearest on those things. Here. First you get the money, then you get the power.
So we could actually use some suggestions from chat if there's any folks out there. We're looking to have like movie nights where we watch 2 movies or so and like have some food related
I was like,
to
this
them.
is not show related. Yes.
No, it's not show related. No, they're just in our personal
So
lives.
what you want to do? So we're gonna watch Scarface and just do a pile of Joe Chicken. And then
that's a good one.
And then we're gonna watch Half Baked and smoke a pound pot.
No, because like I had never seen.
We're not watching the
Godfather.
Basketball Diaries.
And movie recommendations, basically. Yeah. Theme movie night recommendations we could use. Remember we did Godfather and we had like Italian food.
Yes, we did. We had
cannolis.
Yeah, that's right. We had cannolis. That's right. Leave the gun and take the cannolis. That's right.
Luckily, this does not permanently, unless you kill them, does not permanently impact your relationship with the militia.
Yep. just burning along afterwards. We're up for anything. The rest will take.
Oh yeah, and anything really.
Anything that fits kind of together. Goodfellas have good tomato. I didn't have tomato sauce. It's ketchup.
Now entering an automatic landing zone.
We watched Goodfellas though.
We did.
Yeah. Gotta stir the sauce, Mike. Yeah, that's right, Mike. Tell Michael to keep stirring the sauce. That helicopter's been following me around all day. Yep.
Oh, wow, I still have my missiles.
Yep, 89,000.
Interesting how you don't focus on them anymore.
Nope. All right, well, we're at 2 hours, 54 minutes.
All right.
So that's probably a good place to call it.
All right.
That's some good. So we did an Orion. We got 2 or 3 plot missions. 2 plot missions.
Yeah, we've got almost 100,000 credits out of this.
Yep, so we're doing well.
Okay, and what do we go back to Pentonville for? We go back to Oakham for?
Yeah, you go back to Oakham, and that's the next one for that. So yeah, I think that was good.
Yeah, things are going good. Well, with that, let's deprivateer.
Let's get ourselves a real job. Mm-hmm.
All right. Before we go, though, we have one minor cargo bay. Ooh, a good cargo bay. We'll share with you now.
Yes, let's.
All right. Where is it?
It's right there. Nope, right to the mug.
Okay. So the exciting thing today is we have received in the mail. You want to show that up? The first prototype 3D print of the Pewter Planet made by Dennis Lubay.
You're supposed to. You should have. Oh, I have lost where I am. Do.
And there it is, and it looks great. The only problem is that the pin back, he had designed it with a little pin on the back, and that did not print correctly. So it's purely flat. I'm going to put a little magnet on it to connect it to the ribbon. But he may redesign that before it goes on wide sale. We'll take pictures and let him know. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to own your own Pewter Planet. And here, you want to... Allie... I'm going to get a presentation box, and we're going to do it up properly with the right metal stuff, so that'll be a little craft project. Allie's going to do the hard stuff because she's good. You want to show with a ribbon how it'll look like?
Let's see if I can fake it.
Yeah.
I can't really see that well because of the microphone.
Oh, okay. You just hold it up and really... Yeah, there you go.
There you go. I tried not to hold too much up, so that looks pretty close.
It's got to be pretty cool.
It's hard to figure this out reversed.
You got it.
It's right. Here we go.
All right. That's our cargo bay this week, but
small cargo
I thought that was
bay.
pretty exciting.
That is very exciting, yes, that we have a Pewter Planet in the house. Yes.
So with that, we will see you next week for more Wing Commander, more fun, more Privateer, another Privateer 2 ship. It's book club week. We've got 2 more chapters of Fleet Action, which may actually include a Fleet Action. So
getting serious.
Yeah, I made that.
Yeah. Well, hey, we got to run with it.
All right, let's do our ship.
Yeah, so next week we'll be continuing through the plot of Privateer. We'll have Academy Gauntlet scores we're going to go for again.
Oh, yeah. Well,
and we will also, if you don't own Wing Commander Academy, we have a few to give away.
Yeah, we'll have a giveaway next week.
Yeah, because we're going to have a mission building contest for everybody. That a nice thing for the birthday stream. What else? A new Privateer 2. And then whatever else we decide we want to do.
Yeah, there's
I'm sure we'll
follow up on all the stuff from the chat.
Yep. We'll shake up a few things, because we know it's going to be a very Privateer heaviest, so we'll probably we'll flip in a few other things.
Yeah.
What in the Sam?
It's very, very bad, Orion.
Oh, okay. That's what I figured with all the tubes there.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta shape. You gotta shape. But yes, we'll be back in action.
Very cheap Orion.
Very cheap Orion.
Sign this mission log. You can sign your mission log.
And mission, what are we? Mission 17.
17, yeah. Crazy.
Wow, 17 of these, and then that means we've done almost 30 altogether with our
crazy.
betas.
Well, they don't count. Betas don't count.
No, they don't. Yes, there's some of those that are really good, and some of those are very, very bad. I'm glad we didn't announce all of them.
All right, so we'll see you guys next week.
Yep.
Have a good one. Here's Clyde.
See ya.
Hi, I'm Dr. Clyde Burrows from the Omnicron Institute. For 3,000 credits, an Afterburner upgrade can be a real lifesaver. But how do they work? In real life, Afterburner is exactly what it sounds like. A set of extra fuel injectors located after the turbine in a jet engine. Jet engines take in much more air than they need to, which makes it possible to add a boost of thrust by igniting the extra fuel. Of course, real afterburners need oxygen to work, so they probably don't work too well in outer space. See you on the next exciting episode of All Wings Considered.